Hey guys, you're live with Archie Luxury and Timely Behavior. This is the show. This is the one and the only, guys. We are here and we are supporting our viewers. Guys, let's run the intro and let's get into some good, serious watch talk. Hey guys, great to have you on the stream. We've got a special guest, my good friend, Dis Jerez. Dis, how are you, Dis?
Hey, Dis.
Okay. Hey, what's up? Thank you.
Hey man, I gotta tell you something. You sent me that private message there. I'm fucking disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the thing is, right, there's nothing wrong with what he said, okay? There's nothing wrong with that, right? We all,
Okay.
I'm not fucking coping terribly well at the moment. Okay. I tell you honestly, when I'm off air here, my anxiety and shit like that isn't good. Right. I got problems. Right. I can't afford treatment. When I say I can afford it, but it ties up so much time and it's a hassle. It's a hassle.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you, I'd never use that against somebody, even if I like them or dislike them. It's just nasty. So for you, man, I got to tell you, we love you, Dis. I never really care. That never really, you know, I think good treatment is always better. You know, I got to be honest with you. This world is complicated and we just try our best. You know, as you said, you know, you've had a, you know, I think you served your army, which was fucking, you're not really an army sort of guy. That's not really your scene. You had to do it. It was sort of the choice. Oh, fuck, I got to do it. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do that shit myself. You know, I wouldn't want to go. I would want to, fuck, I don't want to do this. Because the problem is you can't unsee a lot of things. The things you've seen, you can't unsee. You know what I mean?
I do. Yeah.
But I just want to say to you, man, we love you. Okay, you're a
Thank
good
you.
man. We really do love you, and I'm surprised why he'd even say. I don't understand him. I don't honestly don't understand that guy.
I don't either. I don't know.
And why would you say that? You know, if you know something personal about, you don't get out there and put it out there so people can then ridicule you. Why would you do that? And I mean, let's be completely frank. The particular person concerned, I think he's got enough skeletons in his closet as well. If you want to get really picky, he's not exactly the oracle, the one and only. You know, he's got enough issues and problems to sink a boat, but I don't bring that up to make fun of anyone. You know what I mean?
Of course, I agree.
I was actually talking to Timely just before we started this stream, and I said to Timely, you know what? Seriously, there's so much Instagram shit. You know, people have these massive collections. They have the whole fucking catalog is their collect. It's like what they don't. And I said to Timely, how many watches do you really need? A couple of watches. You don't have to own every example of every cool watch that's there.
It'd be nice to, though.
It would be very nice, but how many do you need? What do you want really? You know, as this you're a single Rolex owner now.
Yes.
Maybe an Omega, maybe a Bright. You know, just a couple, 3 or 4 watches, and 5. Even then, because the problem is there's nothing wrong if you're wealthy and you can have 20 or 50. That's okay. But where the
Mhm.
problem is that when you're not so wealthy and it forces you to do things that you take you out of your comfort zone.
Super chat.
Ali Reza, $14.55. Lots of hello Marky. Lots of love for our boy Dis Jerez Dis and any host that treats him well. Not happy to hear Dis continues to take unjustified and unjust abuse from how mellow and well he treats everyone now. 100%.
Thank you.
Hello, Mark. How are you?
Hello, gentlemen, and a special hello to my landsman, Dis. Good to see you, brother.
You too. Thanks, man.
Hey, man.
I
What are
got to
you
tell
drinking
you,
there,
man.
Marky?
I'm well, timeless, and for those of you who missed it, there is a secret code between Jews. Dis and I are telepathically communicating right now. We're figuring out how to get discounts and make a profit on this show, aren't we, Dis? But like, don't tell them much.
Uh,
I'm just going to bring something up to show Marky something.
Mm.
This is, by the way, this is Mark's current Lincoln.
It is, yeah. See,
So this
yesterday.
this is the big one, isn't it? Or this is the
Hang
second?
on. Just sorry to interrupt. Just to catch up a few of the people in the chat that are going, what the hell's going on? What were we talking about?
Yes.
It was the one that shall not be named was having a crack at this yesterday. Then there was the Watch Nicholas show where they addressed it all, and Archie was just touching base with this. Pretty much that's what we were just discussing. Sorry, carry on.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yesterday I was taking a little pipe for having traded in a Porsche for a Ford Exploder, and then I turned the Ford Exploder into another car in the Lincoln family, which is this. This is the second biggest. This is an Aviator. The biggest is a Navigator, and I'm afraid
those
to get in.
tires look expensive, Mark.
Those are 22 inches. Beautiful, beautiful wheels. I love the tires.
How much are those tires on that?
Yeah.
Probably
$1,000 for a set. Dude, cars are cheaper.
How much?
Here.
How much for a set?
Probably about $1,000 or $1,200 for a set. Cars are very expensive in Australia. They're much cheaper here, I think. But listen,
this is not a cheap car. This is not a cheap car. Can I say that to you?
The sticker on that was $76,000, and I bought it used with $10K for $59,000. So I think it was a pretty good price, especially in the middle of the pandemic. Things were crazy.
You love it? You love it?
I love it. In fact, the problem is I can't get out of it now. I can't get out of it because to replace it with anything that I like better, it's going to be $100K. It's going to be $100K. My first two houses cost less than that. So I'm stuck with it, you know.
So what are you drinking? Is that a Negroni?
It is. Cheers. Queers.
If it wasn't for The Sopranos, I wouldn't know what a Negroni is.
Did Tony drink? I don't remember a Soprano drinking it.
No, there was a Negroni because the guy goes into the model shop, the vintage model shop, and he buys that train set, the Lionel train set.
Yeah.
And he goes, you know what? It would have been good in the 50s. They would have been drinking Negronis. And then the guy comes in and with the gun and shoots it. Remember that?
No, I don't. I remember Christopher shooting the guy in the bakery because he got pissed off. That was a great series. It had a few seasons or episodes that were a little hard to take. The ending was a little bit weird, but in general, it was like bringing the Godfather movies to weekly television. It was just brilliant. And then poor Tony Soprano, James Gandolfini, they stole the Rolex right off his wrist in the ambulance.
I know. That's so awful.
On his way to the hospital.
Terrible.
And he didn't make it, and his Rolex was disappeared by the ambulance attendant. That's the terrible thing.
I mean, ambulance attendants are honorable people normally. You know what I mean?
Generally speaking.
Yeah.
But that one was that a Submariner or was it a
Yes, I think it was a Submariner date, sub-date. I believe it was a sub-date.
Because on the show, do you remember what he wore? He always wore a specific, he wore Rolex on the show, but always a specific one. Do you remember which one?
The date 36.
That's right.
18.
Yellow gold. That's right.
Yeah, champagne. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a date is the threshold that I have not crossed in Rolex. So I'm going to need
I want to
advice
ask you
on it.
something.
Mm.
Having a nice fancy watch on your wrist, as
Mhm.
men, do we judge other men by the watch they wear?
Well, when we're in the gym
Or do
changing,
we judge them by your car? Do Americans?
we judge cars more than watches. But like, if you're in the gym, you can judge a guy on his junk, you know, in the changing room, which is probably why I compensate with Rolex and big cars, because I'm a mushroom cap. Otherwise,
Yes. Yes.
you know. But I'm a grower, not a shower. That's me.
That's
What can I
okay.
say?
That's okay. I'm the same. I'm the same, Marky. There we go.
Is that
And I
right?
get
You're
very-
Ukrainian. I thought Ukrainian guys were all huge.
That's just what we told. That's what the communists told everyone else.
To scare them.
Look, I got to tell you seriously. What are you rocking? What are you rocking today? What are you rocking?
So this is the watch that got me
Holy
kicked off.
fuck!
That's
Sorry.
this is the watch that got me kicked off your channel for
Oh, that's okay.
for 4 months. This one.
41 mil Tiffany dial.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I
Beautiful
decided I
watch.
should wear the damn thing. I mean, I paid
fuck
triple, right? I
You
paid
paid
triple
triple
retail. It was stupid. It's stupid money. All of these watches are stupid money. But
I thought you said you got it from the AD.
no. I was always up front. I bought it for just a blonde hair, under 18, right before it was discontinued. I made a video telling people it would be discontinued and to buy it immediately if they wanted it. And it was discontinued about 1 month after my video, and it rocketed to as high as $55,000 before the correction. And now, I don't know, I bet you could find one for in the range of maybe 20, which is a lot lower than it was.
Yeah, that's just
Still-
how it goes there.
Still
Tell me
stupid,
this.
you know.
Does your partner, does he share your love of watches?
He wears either an Apple Watch or a SpongeBob SquarePants watch that he got free with a Burger
Oh,
King meal
jeez.
when he was 12.
Oh
So-
man!
and so
You guys obviously have other hobbies in common, then.
we,
Obviously.
we are very different people.
Hey, we got rodent number 3 on. Hello, Jin. Look at this.
And
Hey, it's the old crew. They're back.
Yeah.
The crew is back. Thank
now,
you.
if I may, Jin, why don't you tell the story of how you christened the Lincoln that Archie showed just seconds ago? Now he doesn't want to
The
space
stinking Lincoln.
Yeah, well, it was a stinking Lincoln after I gave Jen a ride. Jen, tell the story, Jen. Go ahead.
No, I would rather not.
I thought so.
No, it was no.
He
We were
christened it,
discussing the
Baptism by fire.
durability.
Of the durability of the liner, the roof, the cabin interior filters. Let's just say a lot of 2 boxes of Arm & Hammer baking soda and a bottle of vinegar later. The car was just fine.
Well,
So-
I'm allergic to fish. What can I say?
Damn.
You're allergic to fish and you're allergic to 3 bottles of wine consumed consecutively.
No, we
what
actually.
happened?
I had 1 glass.
You
of
got
wine.
sick in his Lincoln?
Yeah, I did.
How bad? How bad was that? What?
Oh, pretty bad.
Yeah, no, I only had 1 glass of wine, and
You pre-gamed.
And there was fish
no, but
everywhere.
it wasn't really. I didn't really like. That was like
Right.
2-3 hours before, and yeah, I don't know. Like I just something.
So how did
was,
you clean this up? How did you clean this up, Mark?
Okay, so I'm going to give a bit more detail to this. First, let me say that Jin is a phenomenal guy, a wonderful friend. I'm glad we live in the same city. We don't see each other often enough, but when we do, it's always a good time. Every time we've gone out, there's been a story. Like the time I took him to a Brazilian steakhouse, and he didn't know there would be steak, so he filled up on the meatballs off the salad bar.
Well,
Brazilian
I mean,
steakhouse.
who has meatballs in the salad bar?
They did, and you ate them all. You ate them all. Anyway, okay.
There was no
But
steak
this is,
in the name of the restaurant or on the outside. It was called,
I grant you that.
and it was in a strip mall.
However, fair point. But nonetheless, its genre was Brazilian steakhouse. So
Meanwhile, there's
okay.
fish dripping off the roof of the Lincoln.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to that now. So anyway, Jen arrives having pre-gamed at least a little bit. We had a cocktail and a drink with dinner, and then a drink and then wine. Dinner was great. I don't remember that restaurant. It was very good. And Jen ordered the fish. Even though he's allergic to fish, Jen likes fish. Just fish doesn't like Jen. And he said, "Okay, I'm going to go outside and call. When we part company, I'm going to go to my car. He's calling an Uber." And I'm like, "No, don't call an Uber. I'll drive you home." He's like, "Nah, it's okay. I don't mind. I'll call an Uber." It was a lucky thing he didn't call an Uber, because that would have cost him $200. That fine on the Uber. So I said, "No, just come with me. Get in my car. I can easily navigate my way, drop you off, and then I'll be near the highway and go."
Mark, just quickly,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt the story, but just quickly, your microphone, I don't know, it's like almost cutting in and out now. It's progressively getting worse.
Let me adjust it. Momentito.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, we'll see if that's any better. Testing.
All right.
1, 2, testing.
Yeah.
Better?
Yep.
Seems better.
Anyway, so what happened was I have to take Lakeshore Drive in the middle of the night going north. Lakeshore Drive, there's nowhere to stop. You get off at an exit, but it's a beautiful, beautiful road, right? You got Lakeshore Drive to your left. You got Lake Michigan to your right. There, you can't get off. Like, it's one of those roads where you go until you exit. We're halfway up Lakeshore Drive, and Jen looks at me and he goes, "Pull over." And I'm like, "What are you, insane? I can't pull over." He goes, "You got to pull over. Stop the car." And I'm like, "There's nowhere to stop the car. We stop the car, we're going to get killed. We're going to get rear-ended. We're going to run over. These cars come up here at 70 miles an hour in the pitch black. There's nowhere to stop, Jen." And then I realized he doesn't feel good. So I'm like, "Jen, just open the window and stick your head out, and I'll make sure I don't get in too close to any of these like telephone poles or like,
Yes.
I don't want to like take his head off."
This is
So-
a disaster.
Right. So Jen's a trooper. He does what I tell him because I can't pull over. I'm not near an exit. He opens the window, but you know what? He misjudges, and in his condition, I can understand it. He misjudges the blowback effect, the Doppler radar effect of the wind. The threshold. He got the physics slightly wrong.
Well, you
So
could have.
it's-
You should have
Right.
slowed down to 30 miles an hour or something.
We'd have gotten killed. We would have been rear-ended.
It was in the
Yeah.
middle of the night and there was nobody on the road.
They're
Virtually.
doing
All
like
you need-
60 down the freeway or something, and he's trying to spew out the window.
Jen, all you needed to do was correctly gauge the slipstream of the window versus the threshold versus where where it was going to fly back at us and versus where it was going to fly out. And,
Yeah,
and
Jen,
Jen
it's all
got-
your fault that he was going quick while you were trying to vomit out the window.
Oh no!
Well,
It's all.
we could have pulled over.
No, I couldn't. There was nowhere. And not only that, did I order that fish or did you order that fish?
I did. So it
There you
was
go.
a
I
self-inflicted
rest my-
injury.
It was. So meantime, Jin gets his evacuation half correct. And
Yes.
so I would say probably 75% of the fish wound up splattered all over the outside of the car and the northbound lane.
Who orders
No.
fish in a steak restaurant? I don't get this.
No, we
for
didn't go to
starters.
a steak restaurant. We went
Not
to a
that
French
time.
restaurant.
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct.
And
The meatballs. Who fills up on meatballs, Mark?
At a steakhouse, at a Brazilian steakhouse.
I thought we were
Yeah.
at IKEA. Sorry. I
He
misjudged
loves
the
that,
location.
right? Well, we are
But,
going to have an IKEA day. We will go to IKEA.
The thing is
anyway.
that 90% of the time I eat fish, I'm okay. Like I
That
can
was the
hold it down.
10%. That
Um,
was the 10%.
The 10% is pretty
In
bad.
my car. In my new car. Okay.
And the thing is that I
anyway,
should learn my lesson is that 10%. If someone told you have a 10% chance of getting sick from eating this, would you eat it? No. A normal person
Well-
would not eat it.
Listen, I could hand you a revolver, Russian roulette, right, and say 10% chance you're going to die. You actually would ask me, how much are we betting before you decide if you're pulling the trigger or not?
Well, I might actually do it.
I know you.
Not because I want to
you.
die, but because
No, I know. But you would want to know what's the bet. What's the over under on this one?
Yeah.
I know you. So anyway, I get Jin to his apartment. Everything was, reasonably fine. I rode the whole way with the window open because I wasn't sure if there was going to be, like a repeat. What do you call it? After effects. You have the aftershocks from an earthquake. I wasn't sure if we were going to have a second round. But to his credit, Jin wiped off his chin, and we did not have an aftershock after that. So I drop him off, grateful for the companionship, and my friend is okay. And also kind of happy for him that he didn't have to pay an Uber driver, go down to 0 stars and pay like $200-300 Uber fines because you're going, yeah. But when I'm on my way home, after he's out of the car, I make a big mistake. My only real huge mistake of the evening. Super chat.
Super chat. Ali Reza, $4.33. Stomach acid patina tonight on Archie Luxury. Certainly super chat poison, but we'll run with the story at the moment.
I was
actually hold on. We are not going to conclude this story until we see a few more super chats. So if you would like the exciting conclusion to this story, please super chat and ye shall have it. And it's a good ending. Let me explain to you. You're going to learn a lot.
Yeah.
But we're going to hold out for a couple super chats.
Speaking of which, Ron the Shrink was talking about 90s Audis. Ron, when the A4 came out, I actually test drove a 2.6 liter one. And I really wanted it. It was a really good car. That's the first A4 because that was when this was the first series of A4, mid-90s. And I actually really liked it, but they didn't ring me back with a price on I had a 318i at the time. They wouldn't give me it wouldn't do anything. So I let that go.
What was the Audi which would slip out of gear and kill people? Because my mom had one early 90s. 80.
Was that an Audi Fox or an Audi 80?
Audi 5? Does that sound
Audi 100?
80, 90, 100.
It wasn't called the 100 in this country, I don't think. But she had one, and it killed the brand in this country for like a solid 10 years because they had this recall. Yes. But before they recalled it, like dozens of them slipped out of gear and just like ran over their owners. My mom had one.
Yeah,
shit. Forbin Colossus says the Audi 100. She had one. It was a night. He also says the 5000. It was the 5000. It was the Audi 5000, guys. Yeah, Corbin and Andreas are telling me, and I remember now. She had an Audi 5000. It was one of those first Audi luxury cars imported into this country, and it killed a bunch of people slipping out of gear. Hers only slipped out of gear once, and they fixed it on a recall. But after that, nobody wanted it.
Oh, they look quite nice, those cars. They called it the Audi 100 and sometimes called the Audi 5000 in America, in North America. Right. Mid-size executive cars.
Super chat.
Timely behavior, $3. Car interior clean donation. Thank you.
Brilliant, Timely. I'm going to tell you guys how I did it and how to do it. And it's a very specific process.
So what mistake did you do? You put the car away in the sun for a week.
I feel like it's worth a couple more super chats before I give you the exciting conclusion.
Arch, I honestly find Audi to be very nice, decent cars, but it's a very square, very Teutonic, very kind of boring. They're just really boring.
You drive a Mercedes. Super chat.
Well, at least the Mercedes is less. It's less boring.
Your car is sleek. Mercedes. I love your dashboard. Your gauge is brilliant. Super chat.
He climbed $5. Mark, that was one of the most boring stories I've ever heard. This super chat is towards not having to listen to the rest of the story. Oh,
guys, hold on. If we can raise another $20 to shut me up, I'm happy to do it.
You should have heard the how boring the stories were over dinner. That's why I was sick not from the fish. I think I was probably sick from hearing all this.
Well, for $20 more, I'll shut up. I promise.
I like the stories. Any story is better than no story. And I got to tell you something.
Dead air, right?
It's yeah, that's a very
What's the favorite car each of you ever had?
Oh, look at this.
Speaking of no story, doesn't this look like the shit that they just released not that long ago? But this is their new release.
They've apparently gone in-house for the movement. Is that right?
Oh, a long time ago. The B01. That's
yeah.
No, but I think these didn't have the B01. Have they changed the model? What's the tagline there? I heard they go in-house.
Yeah, and they added the Thunderbird to the range. That's it. This one here. So they added that watch.
Oh, that's the Thunderbird, is it? Fuck.
Yep. The T-Bird.
The Thunderbird got ugly in the 70s when that Audi that Mark's mum was driving around in. Fuck, did those 70s.
Well, what they did was they downsized the Thunderbird. They truncated it. They cut it short. It used to be a big, beautiful muscle car, and then they made it much smaller, and that's where they went wrong. They jumped the shark. I like the pistachio Breitling. That one's beautiful. I don't care for these so much.
Yeah,
this is kind of strange to me because it's like Breitling is not a motorsport brand. Breitling is an aviation brand, at least to me.
Yeah, but these are the pilots got to get to the airport. Do you understand?
And the divers.
Yeah, well, most pilots are driving shit cars to the airport.
Pilots are uniquely cheap.
Sorry, just quickly, and yes, Jimmy, I know there is more that they've released, but I'm going through them one at a time, starting with the Thunderbird because we already have seen this model. So I thought we'll start with something we know and then carry on to the new shit.
Exactly.
So, easy there, Tiger. So this is the Thunderbird. We can see it's part of the top time range that we've already seen, right? So Bear was a bit into the green on the Mustang. We've seen the Shelby and so forth and the Chev and all that. We know what it looks like. The only difference now is we've got the in-house movement and we have the Thunderbird there. The other one that Jimmy's referring to is
there's look at that salmon one though. That is beautiful. But on the fine link bracelet that you see in the middle, that would be ideal. But look at the Arabics on the right-hand side. I love me Arabic. I have a very, very soft spot for Breitling. I actually really love that brand. And I think that George Kern has just done wonderful work at Breitling. He has tamed and civilized it without sacrificing its heritage. That's a hard job he's done.
It's a look. To be honest, I'm out of these three, I'd go the salmon.
Me too, but
I agree with you there.
So
what size are these? What size are these, Timely?
42 mil. So they're a good size sports watch.
How much are they?
Lug to lug?
Good question. Let's have a look.
And what's the lug to lug? Because they look kind of compact, which is nice.
42 mil. I'll get to the specs. So B01 movement, 42 mil, COSC certified, 13.6 thick.
Reasonable.
Doesn't give me a lug to. A lug. Width.
You know, a lot of manufacturers, Rolex will never give you a lug to lug either. But it looks humane. The dimension on that looks humane.
Probably similar to the other Breitling 42s.
So pricing, call it 9.5, right, on bracelet, and then for the 18 karat gold models, you're looking at 20,200 on a strap and 39,700 on a bracelet.
You know what though? You cannot buy Breitling from the boutique. You just can't. if you buy them from an AD, you're likely to get a bit of a discount, and if you buy them on the secondary market, you're going to get them 30% off, even brand freaking new.
That bracelet.
Here we go. Mr. Valju, super chat, $5. We all cringe at Saabs. No, I love Saabs. I love the 9000. I love the 900. I actually liked Saabs. Parachute pants and members only jackets from the 80s. What watches were cool that you now cringe at? That's actually a really good question. Most of the, you know what? Cartier Cougar. That was so cool. I tell you what else we cringe at now is a lot of these ETA based. If we get ABC on, he had a thing for Chopard. They're kind of cringe-worthy. You remember the Chopards from the 80s?
Chopard.
Also the Schneider era of Breitling, where they were just large, huge, loud, and very
Chopard is. I like Chopard, Arch. I think the perfect woman's watch is one of the perfect women's watches, other than the Cartier Panthère, is the Chopard Happy Diamonds. I mean,
yes,
that's perfect. I mean, I almost wish that they would make. Well, I don't think you could really make a men's version, but I like Chopard. I just don't like the Mille Emilia is kind of shit, but the other ones are nice.
That's actually their classic. The Mille Emilia is their classic men's watch, though, isn't it?
Well, like the LUCs and like the dress watches, I think are.
Yeah, those are nice too. Yeah, I like the Jean-Luc Picard version.
And I have to
gold
agree with
price
this.
watch is insane. Gold price watch, yeah.
The Breitling, we just saw the price is crazy.
Way cheaper on the secondary.
Gallagher, $5.
Gallagher.
Is it Gallagher? Is it normal for the Breitling 17 movement in the Super Ocean 37 to wind a mainspring when screwing down the crown?
Yes.
There we go.
It's an ETA. Listen, chances are it's an ETA movement, and most of the ETA movements wind the movement as you're screwing down the crown. Very common in ETA and modified ETA movement.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I've got a 750 Valjoux, and as I'm screwing the crown, and you can hear it still winding away. So yeah,
that's right. Yep.
Totally agree. Yeah. So what do we think, Archie? What's
I actually like the look of it. The problem is, how much money is the steel one? We said
it's too much. It's like 10 grand. But
see, would you rather
near enough's good enough? 10 grand for the.
Okay, that's 10 grand US. So that's about 13.
I want to pay 6 for that. I want 6. I want to pay 6 for it.
Wouldn't you be inclined, if you don't have a Breitling, to get a classic Navi timer instead of that?
No, give me a dive watch, please. Thank you.
No.
All right.
Yeah, I have multiple.
Fuck, 40 grand on a bracelet, 18
40
carat?
grand in gold.
Fuck.
This is what Jimmy was saying before. Like the prices are stupid. What would you get for 40 grand US, Archie? Come on, it wouldn't be one of these.
A lot of gold. No. But it's a lot of gold in that watch. You know, at least give them credit. These are heavy watches. There's a lot of gold.
Yeah, but it's not 20 grand worth of gold.
No, it certainly is not. But they just kind of rape you at the Breitling boutique. People get all excited in them. I was
the 20 grand delta between the gold on a strap and the gold on a bracelet. You could buy a gold day date with that money.
You could buy a gold bar. You know, Rolex gold is worth more than normal people buying them.
Yeah, so it's like it's kind of
listen.
insane.
Rolex day date in 18 karat gold, no matter what color, is it's basically, you could for the money you could go buy an actual gold bar. You know, like a proper bar of gold.
Arch, what do you think of? What are your thoughts, Arch, on the Tridor?
I bet he likes it. I know that you like it, Jen.
Yeah.
Look, the Tridor itself, they only did them in 36 mil.
Yes.
I mean, how could you hate it? Because it's the rich man's two-tone Datejust. You know what I mean?
It looks like it was made for the.
Because the whole point of the two-tone was somebody who couldn't afford the solid gold, right? And then to actually have solid gold, and then to say, okay, we're going to make it look like a two-tone, so you can say, fuck you. You know,
Could you call it up? Could you call it up so that people can see what we're talking about here?
Yeah,
Because, guys,
I'm looking for a good photo at the moment.
okay,
So
good job, Timely. Because here's what you got to know: the tri-door watch from Rolex includes on the day date all three colors of gold that they offered at the time, which were yellow gold, white gold, and pink gold at the same time, right? So look at that. To me, it looks like it was made for the Home Shopping Network. That's all gold, 100%. The steel looking stuff is white gold. I don't know if it's rhodium plated or not in that era, but it looks kind of cheesy to me. But I know.
I think it's magnificent. Like to fuse the gold like that together, like and just have it look so seamless. And
you know what bugs me is that center line where they just threw the white gold into the middle of it.
You know what that looks like? It looks like someone had an accident on the polishing wheel and you got steel coming through gold plating. Honestly, that's what it looks like.
Super chat.
Here we go, Jimmy, $6. Thanks for bringing these up to discuss. Breitling going in the right direction as of late. Breitling going in the right direction as of late. Yes.
I've got to agree that they are, but also their pricing is a bit fucking stupid from what we've just seen.
Oh, they went nuts. Listen, when Breitling, when the Schneider family sold Breitling to the current investment group which owns it, and that investment group brought in George Kern as the president, you guys will have to tell me where he was before, because he's famous. And George Kern was at, where was Panerai Swatch Group? He was somewhere else really important, but he really modernized that line. And what he especially his main contribution besides better design was he quit dumping watches into the secondary market at half retail, and that helped pricing a lot, retain value.
Georges Kern came from Richemont.
There you go.
Super.
All right. Gun Glutton.
Gun Glutton. $20. We're going to play the music, I think, Timely.
Yep. Hang on a sec. Ready?
Na 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 na. Baby super chat, baby super chat. Na 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 na. Baby super chat, baby super chat.
Bring in some super chats. Let's get the thing happening. Super chat, baby. Super chat. Let's get this on, baby. There we go. Gun Glutton, $20. I need the Pontiff's help. I need an office watch. I'm happy with my two-tone Datejust 41, but it's too flashy for office. I could spend 8 to 12 US, but why? Should I just get a Tudor for the office? My friend Harry, who is fatter than a gnome, says no. You know what? Why is a two-tone Datejust 41 not the perfect office watch? I don't understand this. Why don't you just rock it? Just wear it. Just wear it.
100%. That's
just
right.
wear it, man. That is the ultimate office watch. In fact, when I was at KBR, if you served 35-year service award was a two-tone Datejust.
Listen, that two-tone Datejust says, I'm successful, I'm confident, but I'm not a dick, and I'm ready to move up to the next level. That's the perfect office watch.
Exactly. There's nothing. Why can't you wear that?
Well, I guess
go Explorer 139. It doesn't look too Rolex-esque. You'll get away with it. It's under the radar.
But I still think the two-tone, he should still continue to enjoy it and wear it. What's the point of having this shit? Can I tell you something interesting that happened to me yesterday? I don't know if you want to hear a story.
Yeah, why not?
And it kind of answers Gun Glutton's thing he's asking, okay? So yesterday, I went to the supermarket. So I went to the mall to get some sushi for my youngest son. And whilst I was there, a guy who was he's a watch dealer. He was a mini watch dealer. I used to do this was when eBay was very new. I did some selling for him. We were kind of friends. We had a falling out 25 years ago. And I saw him again yesterday. And he says to me, he goes, geez, you've gotten old. And he said that because he's got a walking stick. And you know, the funny thing is, when I last saw him, he was my age now. He was in his early 50s. Now he's 77.
Mm.
And now I'm early 50s. Do you understand? And
Mm.
we haven't seen each other for 25 years. And I got to tell you, that was kind of like he hasn't changed a bit. Like I had a bit of a chat to him. But the scary thing is, you know what? That 25 years gone so quickly
Man.
when you look back, you know.
Time
Now,
as you get
gun
older.
glutton, the reason for this story is, what's the point in having this two-tone 41? You think you've got years and years left. You know what? Just wear it. Enjoy it. Love it.
Well, you know, you're 100% right, Archie. And let me tell you something. Of all, I don't even remember how many Rolexes I own at this point, which is a nice problem to have. But I will tell you something. I would let all of them burn in the house fire. The one that I would save would be the least of them, and that would be the 1987 34 millimeter two-tone date, because it was the first one, and that is the one that started me on my journey. I remember so dramatically why I bought it, when I bought it, what it was like, how it hurt to buy that watch.
Super
I would
chat.
I would let the gold melt before I would part with that watch.
Here we go, Mr. Valjoux, $5. Depending on the culture of the office, I get the anti-Rolex thing. Some alternatives could be IWC, JLC, Grand Seiko, and Omega.
Yeah, look, out of those brands that you've just mentioned, Mr. Valjoux, probably in an office environment where people have no idea about watches, JLC would probably be the one that they would look at and go, oh, okay, that's nice, and not understand the brand, not know anything about it. So you'd get away with that, I reckon.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, Gun Glutton comes back to us and says $5. In the freight broker world, it's too flashy. I'm negotiating with truckers all day. There will be people there making a lot less than me.
just
Okay, I
wear
understand.
something.
I tell you what, some of those truckers make six figures.
That's
Don't
right.
be.
I was gonna say, if you're a trucker making much less than 80 grand US per year, you're not doing it right.
Well, let's. There's a very simple solution. The truckers don't give a fuck about it. Just wear a fucking MAGA hat, and they don't give a shit what watch you're wearing. You're good. Okay? I mean,
Yeah, they might not even know.
Not don't
unlikely to know. You know what though? Let's put it out there. Let's float this out there. Truckers in this day and age are fairly well compensated, as they should be. It is miserable hard work. So salute to my brothers in the truck all day.
You know, I actually love watching. I've often considered myself timely to become a trucker myself.
Yeah.
And the big problem is
handle it.
The big problem is reversing the rigs. I'm not very good at reversing. But I got to tell you this. You watch that? I watch a few YouTube channels on truckers. Mother Fiker Trucker. Mother. There's this Asian guy who does trucking and I love it. I love the guys. They have passion for their rigs.
How do you know when the truck's in the right spot?
How?
You feel the bang, what you reversed into, like what Mark just did. Look at him carrying on. Look at this.
Look at
this. Is the cheapest Rolex made. This is the cheapest Rolex made. This is $6,000. It's the cheapest Rolex made. Sometimes you can take pleasure from the shorter end of the stick. Rolex doesn't make a bad watch. All these people saying, which Rolex should I get? It doesn't matter. You get anyone ever made. They never made a bad watch, ever.
Cellini's?
And really, that's the genius of Hans Wilsdorf. He never made a bad watch.
How about Cellini's?
You know what? They get a bad rap for no damn reason. If there is a problem with Cellini, there is only one, and that is they are expensive relative to what else you can get. My favorite Cellini is the Prince. It's just that they're really expensive compared to other dress watches in the market. There's nothing wrong with
the Prince is cheap now if you buy it. Maybe prices have gone up, but you can buy it. You have to buy them secondhand, and it's not like.
Find me actually, Jin, guys, let me tell you what Jin is really good at. Jin is really good at trolling the forums and the auctions for finding reasonable deals. Find me a Prince.
Yeah.
Come on,
I would
Well,
love to have a
I
Prince.
think auctions, it's tough to get a good deal anymore.
Come on, Gene, you owe him, man. You puked all over his car. You owe him at least that. Come on.
Well, guys, I listen. I'm real. We're very. I will not long talk. Let me give you the quick fist watch check. Here's how you get puke out of the headliner of your car, out of your upholstery, and how you cure
What
the
color
smell.
headliner was it? What color headliner?
Burgundy.
Oh,
So the
shit.
fish, which was a white fish, really showed up. Super chat.
Gun Glutton, $5. Not worried about the truckers, but the older bit guys working there. I'm the youngest. I'm
Bitter
going to be
guys.
competing with them for incentives.
Well, if you keep up the super chats, you will be the poorest person there. So I don't think you'll worry.
Honestly, if it's that big a deal, just buy a fucking Seiko $200 one, wear that to work, and keep the day just for when you're at home.
Some of the
Like-
Grand Seikos though are tremendous bargains. If you pay $3,000-$4,000 for a Grand Seiko, I think you have a pretty reasonable deal. Okay, guys, here's what you do: you scrub vomit out of your car with vinegar, and then you just put 2 or 3 baking soda packages like you would put in the fridge. You leave them in your car 24/7 for a month. But the key point is vinegar neutralizes stomach acid, and Arm & Hammer baking soda kind of absorbs everything out of the vehicle. So between cleaning with vinegar and desensitizing with Arm & Hammer baking soda, you're going to be all good. That's what you do. Worked for me and Jen, didn't it, Jen?
Yeah, sure. I'll take your word for it. Hey, Arch, so your friend Fella actually shared a story
Yes.
with me.
Yes,
He
yes,
said,
yes.
so we're actually looking, both of us are looking for a 5107P.
Yes. The black
They're
dial.
very rare.
Yes.
I've never even seen one. So he was telling me that he met a billionaire with who was wearing a Lange. He didn't tell me which one, so I'm not sure. But he apparently, and then a fellow was wearing an RM, and apparently the billionaire didn't like that. He didn't give a shit about the RM.
RMs are pretentious, though, aren't they?
EU
Can
is
we agree on that?
EU.
What do you think, Arch? Would you rather have a Lange or an RM?
Isn't RM Nouveau Riche?
You know what? I got to tell you something. As I'm getting older and I've had some bad shit happen to me, I care less what other people think and what I think. There are some things that are very expensive which don't really appeal to me, and there's some things that are really quite affordable which I think are really cool.
So I think this is Gun Glutton's answer, right?
Yeah,
So
I would say,
Willard
the
reissue.
thing is, why does it really matter what the billionaire thinks or what? They're just people. They're people. You know what I'm saying?
This is what Glutton thinks, right? So he's got his own reasons for wanting it. We're not in his situation. Understand? So we're going to help him out. So he's got. If you get the Willard reissue, it's not that expensive, right? It's a Seiko when they look at it. It's just a plain Seiko, but
it's cool as
watch
fuck.
guys go,
That is a cool watch. Yeah, it's brilliant. That's a brilliant watch right there.
So you'll get away with a bit of both. That's what I reckon.
Apocalypse Now. Now. You know what? You know who was wearing that? Martin Sheen was wearing in Apocalypse Now. That's right.
So it'll take a beating. It's got good water resistance. It's good for work. You can throw it in a fucking blender. It doesn't matter. The guys that look at it go, oh, you've got a Seiko diver, probably $300, $400, $500, they'll think, because they have no idea. And watch guys will go, oh, look, you got a Willard. There you go. Too easy.
If we were talking about just the aesthetic.
Just cover me for one tick, Timely.
Yeah, you're right.
If we were talking about just the aesthetics, I would really rather have a Lange 1 over almost any Richard Mille. And if we're talking about the value, obviously the Richard Mille is probably going $500,000, which is absolutely ludicrous. Reminds me of the mania over Hublot back in the day. But Lange 1 is a far better watch on almost any.
I think most viewers would expect me to pick Lange as well, but I kind of
We
like
would.
RM. I kind of like RM.
Really? Look at
Maybe
you
I-
being, flashy.
My personality is Lange, but maybe I aspire to be an RM personality. Maybe that's the thing.
Aren't they big though? Those square watches tend to wear big, and you like your little.
Well, they come in different sizes. They're not all the same.
What,
I feel like you
brought
just
up?
Jin aspires to be robbed in a really trendy cafe in Brentwood. that's Jin's aspirational event is to be robbed by force.
The Lange is more. I mean, they're almost all of them are good, except the Odysseus, which is kind of.
Hey,
great.
Timely, my friend, can you cover
Yes,
me
sir.
for a little bit? I just need
Yeah,
to
you're
go and
right.
pick something up from the
Isn't that what
road.
he was just doing?
Yeah, no worries.
I had to get a tire I had to get 4 new tires for my wife's Civic, and I got to go and get it. I'll be back very soon. Is
No
that okay?
problem. Yeah, go.
Hurry
I
back.
might even film from the tire place when I'm there. Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
Archie
Okay,
is
guys.
abandoning. Archie is
I
abandoning.
will be back very soon.
Okay. Just quickly, Mark, fucking Mike, I got Mike on the brain. Mark, your microphone is again playing up a little bit.
Okay, so what I've done is I've switched. Now it should be better.
All right. Too easy. That doesn't sound like you're too much of an issue
Yeah,
at the
no
moment.
worries. I switched off of the iPod, off of the ear pods onto the laptop mic. We should have done.
Perfect. So, Richard Millet, Mr. Roden. This is your aspirational.
Well, I don't know if I would say that I think it's not really for me. It doesn't match my personality.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I like very boring things, and maybe I aspire to not be like that, not have my taste like that.
So you want to break out of the mold and have this one funky watch where it's you can put it on and.
I think it kind of symbolizes excitement and spontaneity. It's
Clyde, you're on speaker,
Oh, okay.
and you're on the live stream.
Oh, well, did you rub the mug?
I did not rub the mug. Would you like me to rub the mug?
Yes.
Okay.
He's not here. Rub the mug. It doesn't matter. Come on.
I
It's
shall
safe
rub.
now.
Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta go find the mug.
One out.
All right.
Yeah. Rub one out.
Rub one out. Fantastic. I'll drop the link a couple of times just to get the mug ready,
And,
so to speak.
Clydesy, the best part of the whole deal is Archie has abandoned the stream.
He's not here. That's the best part.
He's
She's
not
not
even.
here.
I am rubbing, as you see, I'm rubbing your little face.
Oh, look at that lizard lick too. Beautiful. Look, doesn't get any better than that.
That's it. Whoa! I almost dropped the mug.
Oh,
Jesus, that would have been scary.
Whoa.
Damn, that was quick.
Hey. Well, when he rubs it, he knows exactly where to rub. So.
And yeah, why not?
Well,
What's happening,
normally
Rachel?
it sounds a little better if I rub right down there. But I expect a tip, Clyde, and I don't want any juice or shampoo. I expect the proper tip. Before we go on, I would like Dis to actually say something so we know he's alive. Dis, please say something.
I'm out, man. I'm out. It's late.
Blink 3 times
I
if
think
you're
I'm
being held against your will. Blink 3 times if you're held against your will.
I want to help Timely now that Archie's gone. So can you handle without me, Timely?
Yeah, it's up to you, man. If you want to go have a nap, go have a nap. All good. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. I think I'll go sleep next time,
Go
Mark.
for it.
Good to see you. Jin, Rancher.
Adios.
See ya.
Have a good one, Dis.
Adios. That was Hebrew, just so you all know.
Fair enough. So my last night, your morning, was talking about he's looking at doing sort of like a one and done. And he reckons the Pepsi on the Oyster is his one and done. He's got a couple other watches that he hardly ever wears, and he's sort of condensed everything down to the Pepsi. what would be your one and done?
Lyrique Etude number 2. That's for Jen.
Jin?
One and done watch.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really that's a tough one.
Look at the pressure.
No, well, I mean, yeah, Patek 570 white gold, brigade numerals, two-tone dial.
Mark hasn't seen this much sweat on his on Jin's brow since that night that he threw up in the car.
Fair point.
And Rancho, what would be yours? And we know you're more of a vintage rare bird kind of guy. So what would be your one and done if you had to?
No, actually, I would probably say like a modern date just.
Ooh.
Either 36 or 41.
Yeah.
Versatile. Just
Because of the versatility. It would literally get one watch to cover everything. With
diamonds, Romans, what would you do?
What?
Diamond dial, Roman numerals, stick in. What would you go for? Like, what would be the
black or blue? Black or blue, I think, would cover the most bases.
Yeah. Not bad, not bad. So, were you privy to the conversation before where Jin lost his dinner in the car, or?
He heard all about it from me.
Oh God!
Listen, you didn't ask me about my one and done.
Well,
I did.
You didn't.
Hang on, all right, Mark. Hang on one sec. Let's give Mark some attention. I apologize. I did start with you though, and you said Lyrique, but then you moved on. So
well, that's true, but I was only kidding. You know.
Yeah. Go on.
I don't want a Bill Sanders watch. How tainted. However, I will say this: if you want to take me out of there is no legit one and done where one watch will satisfy you. That's like picking one woman. You know, like one woman that will just completely take you out of the game and you'll never notice another. That isn't possible. Okay.
Yeah.
However, there is a sort of a like the top of the pyramid watch, which would allow you to sort of sacrifice all other watches. So for me, what that would be, not surprisingly, perhaps it would be a Rolex, but a specific Rolex. If you want to take me utterly out of the watch game, trade me out completely, all I need is two things: a G-Shock to work in and a Rainbow Daytona. You know, if you give me a Rainbow Daytona, I could settle for a G-Shock to work in and a Rainbow Daytona to peacock in, if you will. That would be it for me. Rainbow.
No bad.
Yeah.
And
like $250,000. I mean, that's half of a Richard Mille. So I don't even think it's that big a deal. But
well, there's plenty of RMs you could buy for less than that.
Are there really?
Yeah.
Ones that you would want.
The funny thing is, so I was at an RMAD in Scottsdale, and they didn't really have much in the case, and it was just like a very small. It looked like you know how you go to like the department store, Macy's or something, and they have the rotating display case with the watches or the jewelry inside. It was basically in one of those, and I was like, "What? This is so sad." And they told me that actually the cheap RMs they're the worst sellers because people who buy RMs don't want to buy the cheap ones.
Right? Nobody wants them.
Yeah.
Rancho, which one would you go for on screen at the moment? So these are new releases. We've got the salmon on the left. What would you do? It's been kind of almost a unanimous thing going for salmon.
Normally, I'd say salmon, but I just don't like that salmon.
And Jin's not going to go for the salmon because there's a 10% chance he might throw up wearing it.
No. Jin is definitely going for the salmon because it's fairly close to pink, which is Jin's favorite color. Am I right?
But this is not really salmon. I like coral. Coral is my favorite color. And I mean, I guess this is salmon, but I prefer like
left or right. Which one you taking?
Right, for sure.
Get out! No way. That pink.
Well, I mean,
turn off that.
The contrast with the numerals, the white numerals, and the blue dial, I think it's beautiful.
Good that is true.
Yeah, and I think the strap combination, that brown strap, is a lot nicer than that black strap.
I feel deceived, quite frankly.
Wow.
You think you know, guys? You think you know a guy?
Now, Breitling has another one with the moon face, I think, and I like that one.
Oh, well, let's have a look. Let me try and bring it up.
Isn't Moonface a little bit too elegant for Breitling?
I don't know.
Wait,
When you see,
Oh yeah, I know. I can see which one. Yep.
Yeah.
Bringing it up now, mate.
It's like maybe Breitling of the 1960s. It would have been more appropriate. And obviously it's called the Premier, so it's kind of trying to be a vintagey watch.
Which one would we like to have a look at out of these two?
the one on the left. I like that one.
You like that one? All right, cool.
It's almost a Patek knockoff, isn't it?
Well, yes and no. I mean, yes, but it's at a reasonable price point for.
Oh, that's beautiful. How much is that freaking watch? That is gorgeous.
I've seen that one.
18,500 Aussie. Call it what? 16.
Alexa, convert 19,000 Australian dollars to US.
It's beautiful.
19,000 Australian dollars is 12,676.
Wow. You know what?
Oh, there you go.
I don't want to say it's a bargain because 12 grand is 12 grand, but Jesus, that is gorgeous.
Oh, you're getting a lot. And I think you might be able to winkle them down a little bit.
Oh, I bet you could.
It's probably more like 10 to 11 US because Aussie prices include sales tax.
I'm going to take a picture of this. Leave this on screen a minute. I got to get a picture
Yeah,
of it. That's gorgeous.
And then I want to do a.
You shouldn't get a picture. It's a B-25, like you flew in the war.
Mm. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful combination of color and form, and look at all the various functions you get there. But yet, none of them. It's not a busy dial. It's balanced and beautiful.
It's busy, but it's not hard to read. If that makes sense. Like there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
Makes it easy to read.
It's just so elegantly. It's so elegantly
Oh,
composed that
how about one in Crown and Caliber for $95.50?
What?
Sorry.
How about one on Crown and Caliber or Hodinkee for $99.5?
I'll have a look at that, Clydesy. It's beautiful.
Super chat, Mr. Valju, $5. Be sure to get king salmon. Avoid the farm raised salmon. Example: Patek 5270 salmon over the AP 15202 salmon dial. We'll bring them up and have a bit of a look. But just before I do that, I wanted to get a bit of a comparison now. So you got the Breitling there,
yeah,
and then this for just a touch more. What would you guys go for?
Breitling. It's a more manly looking watch. This is so refined. Breitling has a certain masculinity about it that you just can't hide. Whereas this is a slightly more refined watch. I will definitely give you that. It's probably the better watch, but the Breitling says I'm manly and get out of my way a lot more to me.
Is that the common opinion across the panel here, or is this just Mark?
Well, I mean, I would rather own a JLC over a Breitling almost in every case. But this one, I mean, the thing about JLC, especially with like the Master Control line, is that they are kind of sterile, really boring.
Much like yourself.
Yeah, so maybe that's why I like them.
You know, can you guys believe I'm the gay one and Jin is the straight one? I mean, I think in any rational vote, it would come out the reverse.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, here's what it means. Your taste.
He's trying to say you should get a Reverso.
Your taste definitely go towards the more refined, and mine towards the more brawny, which is the opposite of what people would expect. But I love us, Jin. I do. I love us.
Okay, so just quickly, this is from Mr. Valju, the Patek 5270 looks very similar to that Breitling. So here it is now. Very, very, very similar to that Breitling, and this is where you're talking about.
Family. Look at those lugs.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the king salmon. And for the AP, the AP. Oops, sorry.
See, what I like about that AP is that it's on bracelet, which
integrated.
I kind of have a thing for bracelets. But
so what do we think?
I like the Breitling better. More complicated watch, that's for sure. So they're not quite they're not really comparable. But between the two, the Breitling.
Jim, what are you doing?
I actually prefer the Royal Oak.
That's
Royal
the,
Oak?
that's the smarter vote. Honestly, it is. It's a smarter vote.
Rancho, which way are you swinging on this one?
Oh, he's going,
B25.
he's going AP. There you go.
Okay.
No,
Well, there you go.
not AP. No, B25. That's the Breitling mother.
Really? Okay. Interesting. I didn't call that, but I see it. You do like a Breitling here and there.
Right.
He's going the baby Patek. And you have a look. I mean,
Topster, guess, Topster, guess.
Dear. So yeah, it does look very, very similar to the Patek, the Breitling. You have to admit.
Yeah, I mean it's probably by design.
It's gorgeous, that thing. That's a beautiful freaking watch. Do they? I'm sure they don't make it on bracelet, so I'm just doing some wishful thinking. But I'd love.
But the thing is, like, compared to that Breitling,
yeah,
I would rather have a Navitimer. I would rather have a Navitimer.
The Navitimer is certainly the more classic watch. It's certainly more Breitling heritage, rich. There's no doubt about that. So I don't blame you for that. You're sticking with the icon of the range, which is what Archie always tells us to do.
Well, it's not just that. It's that, when I was a pilot, that was what I wanted, but could never afford.
Yeah. The irony is that no pilot can afford a Navitimer until they've been in the business, until they're 10 years.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
if Jin's a Navi timer kind of guy, if it comes to Breitling, what do you think of this one? This is the Boeing 747 Navi.
Why is it called the 747? Is there something on the back or something that kind of makes
well, it's dedicated to the original 747 flight. So the red, white, and black with the Boeing colors of the time. It's got a very small hint to it along the outer edge. Where is it? Here. I'll zoom in if I can. There. Boeing 747. It's just dedicated to the first flight of the 747.
I don't.
And it has a B01.
I don't love the colors, to be honest. I kind of prefer the just the regular, like the classic black and white Navitimer. I don't know. Yeah, and I see that has some stuff on the engravings on the back, which is, I find kind of not cool. Now, if they did a collaboration with an airline, I would, depending on the airline, I would buy it. Like if they did a Lufthansa collaboration, I would fucking buy. Lufthansa actually does one with some brand, I think Mula Glasuta or some shitter brand. But if they did one like that, that would be the ultimate.
Jin's favorite airline is Spirit Air. So if the Spirit edition would be, you'd be all over it, wouldn't you?
Let's have a look. Just having a look for that Lufthansa watch. Just want to see who they did a collab with.
It was with they did one with Mula Glasuta, I think.
Mula Glasuta. Yeah, I'm bringing that up now. Oh, yeah.
They sell it in the duty catalog.
No, he wanted a Luftwaffe watch. Not Lufthansa, Luftwaffe.
Well, you're the one who collects those, Clyde.
Let's not bring that up. You're gonna give me trouble. So that's
this is horrible.
Okay, because my kids, when I say that, it's only 7/8 offensive.
No, the brand is like, what is it, Ducky? No, I get it. It's a respectable brand. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't do it for me.
Oh yes, I mean they actually do make some decent pieces.
We're not knocking the brand. It's just this piece doesn't look the best.
Well, I was knocking the brand, but but yeah, this particular watch is.
I have looked. I mean, I've looked for like a low cost alternative. It's like, well, maybe Mula Glasuta has something out there that's worth looking at. It's like, after a few minutes, it's like, no, they don't.
Looks like an old Omega. What is that? Sorry, it came into the middle of this. What is it? Oh, Glasuta.
Hello.
Hey.
Hang on.
Hey.
Hang on.
I just want
I just want to tell you guys, they're doing some renovations at the tire place. They said, we want to thank you. You're a...
Oops.
They want to thank you. We've removed you from the stream. Okay.
You got a BMW that's got 19-inch run flats. They said, that's what we want. We want to bring that baby in. I got to tell you something. What I've been doing is I've been putting the armor all on the tires, okay? The rubber is growing. I got the rubber to grow, okay? I got a solution here. I'm trying to get the rubber to grow on the tires. Look.
Okay,
usually Archie does that at Nana Plaza. So normally that's a Bangkok technique where he wants the rubber to grow.
Okay, and on the beautiful Honda, this is the actual car that does the driving. That's the workhorse. We've got some new tires on that. Look at this. 205, 55, 16s. Look at this. The rubber. The rubber's there. It's all there.
Yeah.
The rubber. There's good rubber there.
Archie, I'm going to agree
We've got good rubber. I'm trying to get the rubber.
That's not rubber growing. That's
I'm
rubber
trying to
dissolving.
transplant the rubber from one car to the other. Does that make sense?
No.
I got special
not at
cream.
all.
You can put some cream on the tires for it to prosper. You know?
Put cream on your rubbers.
Okay, guys, I'll come back into the studio. I'll come back in.
Okay.
No, you don't have to. We're fine. We're good. We're doing
we're
great.
fine. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. We got it. Everything's firmly controlled.
You know what? You're just here to look pretty. Don't worry about us.
Well, you know how you can transplant rubber from one car to another? You take the tire off
And
one
put it on
car,
the
and
other
you
car,
put it on the other car.
100%.
It's sort of like a pickle.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
So,
that's not
so
nice.
Clivers, doesn't this
Yes.
look like someone had an accident on the buffing wheel and put a weird line down the middle of the center links?
Yep, it does look that way.
It sort of looks like the bastard child of Rolex and the Home Shopping Network.
Yeah, gold. It looks like gold plating, and someone went, oh shit! I'll finish the rest of the watch that way. Maybe you won't notice.
I love
these are very.
Forbin's comment, which he says, "How can someone so infatuated with cars be so bloody dense about how they work?"
It's like a doctor being so bad with a needle, know exactly where to jab you.
Well, got a few of them.
Look, it's him putting armor all on the tires isn't making the tires grow. It's making the rubber dissolve on the side.
Exactly.
Which is just sitting on the outside, which makes it look like growing. He's back. This is what you're doing to your tires. You know this, right? Boss man? Yeah, no? There he is.
Rodent 3, you missed the point.
Okay.
The tires, let me explain this to you, Rodent 3. One tire on the BMW is the same as 4 tires on the Civic. I'm just trying to bring that rubber over. Do you understand?
Right.
You know, the tires are not fucking cheap. I had to get a tire replaced, and I paid like $360 for one tire.
Yes, but you have a Mercedes. You don't have a Toyota. Is that
Oh
tire?
no, I'm talking about Archie's Beamer. It's probably cost like 500 Aussie to replace one tire.
Craziness.
Yeah,
What size tires have you got?
20s.
How big are you?
Fuck!
No, 19. Sorry, not 20.
19, I got 19s as well.
Mine are bigger. I'm bigger than you two.
I don't want bigger. You know what? I'm actually looking at putting 17s on it.
I got 22s, bro.
Sorry?
That'll look kind of
cheap.
22. Do you sit on the roof and put your feet on the bonnet?
No, but
and
it's
have
an
the horses
SUV.
pull the fucking
It's an
thing forward?
SUV.
Or what?
It's an SUV. The idea is to be taller than everybody else and to get through the snow with a lot of clearance.
I got to
Doesn't
tell
it look
you.
like an old West wagon with 22s?
Let me just say that you Australians don't know anything about snow.
No, we don't. Granted.
Come to America. You want to learn how to drive through
But
difficult.
but at the same time, we're not stupid. Would very low profile tires go very well in snow?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit, that's a very good point you've just raised there. But they looks cool, but as you're skidding and hitting the side, it looks
You look
cool.
really good until you hit something. You look awesome. It look like you're doing
Archie,
it on purpose.
have you tried? Why not just get rid of the run flats? It'll ride a lot nicer if you do.
And when I get a flat, what am I supposed to do then?
There's a spare.
Stop and change it.
Actually,
Sorry?
they don't have a spare tire anymore.
Correct. Correct.
All right. Well,
you
what
call
about-
the tow truck.
The other issue is as well, if your insurance company wants to be a real bastard and you don't have run flats on, they can
Yes,
also
they say-
put the insurance.
No, they
Really?
only void your insurance if it's a really big claim you're putting in. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't worry about it.
You know
Normally,
what? I ran over a deer last night. I forgot to tell you guys. I hit a deer full
Oh,
on
no.
at 55 miles an hour. And I would say this deer weighed probably a solid 100 pounds, maybe a little
that'd
bit.
write the car off.
Well, you know
100-pound
what?
deer. That's like a baby.
Not on 20
You ran over a baby deer.
Yeah, no, it was
Bambi.
pretty good size. Anyway, I hit Bambi last night at 50.
Super chat.
Fuck. Mr. Valju, $5. All wheel and 4-wheel drive requires all tires get replaced when one tire goes, Arch.
You don't
Fuck
have to
me
do it.
dead.
Smarter to
All
do.
wheel and
It is.
4-wheel drive requires all tires get replaced when one tire goes, Archie. What does
It
that
is
mean?
It is recommended.
Fucking it.
If you fuck up one tire, you need to replace all of them. And the
It
reason
means you're
yeah.
going to have a very expensive day if you fuck up a tire.
that is correct. Anyway,
Patel Philippe, 550.
Patel Philippe 550. Jin, recount your trip to Richard Mill in Yorkville. Full detail for the punters.
Well, I think Tan has already mentioned this on the channel a few times, but we went to the RM boutique in Toronto a few years ago, and I was kind of running late, and they were closing because it was a weekday, and Tan was in there and he was talking with them already, and he got them convinced that he was serious enough that they would have no problem to keep the store open for extra minutes. So I got there around the normal closing time, and then we go, and they didn't really have that many watches there.
This is
but
RM. I went to New York. They had none.
Yeah.
And
Well, no, they had some, but then when they saw you approaching, they just put them all away.
I got to be so. Any of those RMs, they sell over retail now, don't they, or not?
I think I don't know. I don't really pay attention. But.
Starchy, $2. When are you returning the BMW? Can't afford tire. Actually, that's Starchy. Let me say this to you. That is actually a very good question. Okay. I actually am contemplating returning it sooner than later.
Do they include the 4 years of maintenance in Australia as well?
Okay, let me tell you something, Tan. Okay, so it's got a 5-year service pack with it.
That's actually Jin.
Jin. Sorry, I'm just had sticker shock. The problem is, Jin, they don't change the oil until 25,000 kilometers.
Can I ask a question?
because it's
They don't do a lot.
it's
Well,
They
we've got
don't-
Super Chat first, but
Sorry, P. Klein, $5. Mark, please get Mike the Snake to give you a lesson on how to tell an interesting story.
I'm sorry. I'm
Hey, and we got the rancher here. Let me
long
just tell you something. You know what, Starchy? I actually do want to return the car. I am thinking about I'm thinking about getting. I think I've had enough BMW fun for my life now.
now I've got
What are
a
you
question
getting?
about leasing cars.
Yes.
In your situation, are you able to
Mhm.
get someone to take over the lease and you can just be out of it?
No, you can't because you're still liable for it.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if that's possible, do it, because you even collect the friggin' receipts and pictures and everything of every. I mean, someone will go, "Oh, yeah, this is like brand new. I'll take it."
We have that in this country. There are takeovermylease.com. There's a lot of .coms like that allow you to transfer your lease to somebody else through the actual.
The actual problem is it's technically It's called a lease, but it's actually not a lease. It's a PVC. PHC?
What's that? You don't have
HPC? It's a hire purchase agreement, okay?
Basically means I'm fucked for the entire contract of this car until it runs out.
No, look, you can sell the car and they can pay it out.
Super chat.
Patel Philippe, $5.50. Continue the Richard Mills story after I convinced that hot Asian girl to keep the store open late for us.
Is he talking about you, Jim?
Was she hot? Was she hot?
No. Well, Tan thought she was. I would say.
I would tend to say she'd be very hot. If Tan thought she was hot, she was very hot.
Come on, man. Tan drives a Lambo. She's got to be hot.
Jin's very hard on the Asians.
No. Well, maybe. I'm hard on everyone. I'm hard on everyone. Let's say that. But anyway, yeah. So we were there, and they kept the store open late, and they showed us like the 2 watches that they had. So they brought us over to the table, and so Tan takes his watch off. He was wearing the 5127, I think, and and then so he to try on the RM, and then he encourages me, hey, you haven't seen the 5127, my 5127 yet, so take a look. And then so I was.
Did you drop it?
Picked it up, and then I dropped it. And I dropped it on the table. It was like a rubberized table, like so there was no and it was not from like a great height either, but. So I dropped the watch and I just kind of froze. And obviously there was some sound from the impact, the sound of a watch dropping. So then people, the staff at the boutique were like, oh my God. Like
time froze in the store for a second.
They didn't know which watch was dropped. It could have been
that's when the spouse abuse started.
The $300,000 RM. But then we were cool about it. Like we just kind of brushed it off. My heart stopped for a second. I was like, Jesus! Like I didn't know like if I dropped the watch, like what's going to happen to it? It could like fucking break. And then, I mean, I would have paid for the service, but still, like you don't want to be dropping your friend's watch.
Then how many watches have you dropped at this point in time? How many?
Quite a few.
Tan said on the show before that. You dropped the watch, time stood still, everyone sort of like went, what the hell? And then Tan said, it's all right, it was just my Patek, it's all good, don't worry about it. No dramas.
That's pretty much
you shattered your Explorer.
Yes, but that was from a much
a plane tried to eat this Explorer as well.
Sorry?
A plane tried to eat your Explorer as well.
Yes, as well. I was yeah. It was not fun. I mean, I was just like really. That was
sure this is the right hobby for you?
Well, I mean, now that I wear the OP, and it has the extensible bracelet, however you call it,
Easy Link
extension. Yeah, it's now I can just loosen it by one link if I sleep on the plane. I did accidentally, while I was sleeping, I did actually basically take it off while I was, because I never sleep with the watch on except when I'm on the plane. And I did take it off actually during my sleep a couple months ago. And I was like scrambling to find it. It took me a while to find it, actually. I was like, Jesus Christ, not again. So yes, Timely, you're right. Maybe I should not, this is not the right thing for me.
Super chat, Patel Philippe, $11.
Super chat, $11. Jin, let's move to another boutique story in Yorkville, Toronto. Please tell Archie about your experience at the LV boutique when you name dropped the Pontiff. They didn't even know who I am.
Yeah, so technically it was not at the boutique. It was actually, so LV was doing an exhibition in Toronto at the train station, the main train station, Union Station. And this was in, I think, 2019. And so I showed up to the exhibition, and I walk in, and it was supposed to be open. Like they had like the opening day. I knew that it was supposed to be, the exhibition was on. There were people inside. The staff were inside, and so I go to like open the door, and it's locked, and I'm like waving, and they open the door, and I say, "Hi, I'm here to see the exhibition." And they said, "Oh no, sorry, sir, you can't come in." And I was like, "Oh, come on, I'm a huge fan. I'm my friend wrote a book called Luxury to Last and Collecting Louis Vuitton," and they were like, and they told me, no, you're not welcome here. Please don't come back.
Please don't come back. Jesus Christ, that's nasty. That is so nasty. That is
Why
nasty.
were they so nasty to you?
No, their demeanor changed after I mentioned the books or the pamphlets that you wrote.
Jin, do
No
an
way.
Amazon review.
Really?
Yeah.
This book got me banned from Louis Vuitton for life.
Swinging Kangaroo, $2. Jin, what's hot to you? Hi So from Blackpink.
I don't know.
Jaiso from Blackpink. Who's Jaiso?
Jisoo?
Jisoo from Blackpink.
I don't know what that is.
Not sure.
Just
Hi, Archie.
type a bit more.
Hey, Mikey, how are you?
And we'll sort it out.
I'm absolutely fantabulous.
Mr. Valju, $5. I went to a 3-day weekend watch meetup with people we all know. Would drop other people's Rolexes on marble countertops all weekend.
Oh shit!
Long, all weekend long.
You know, the good thing about that is Rolex is the only brand you can do that to and not worry about it.
I'd still worry. I don't know about you guys.
Oh no, I'd always worry, but Rolex.
Jim Brooke is crystal that way.
Yeah, but I mean, Rolex is so rugged, you know.
Here we go. Patel Philippe, $11. Archie, when Jin was streaming with you on the show years ago, he was once recognized as a YouTube celebrity at a local high-end watch store. Ask his experience. Tell me this, Jin.
Actually, it happened a couple times, but I think the time that Tan is referring to is there's a watch shop in the watch shop is in Toronto, and I was I went in, and then the guy who was working behind the counter, he recognized me, so he said, "Oh, hi, are you from, did you ever go on the Archie Luxury channel?" I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was like,
"Are you rat number 3? Are you a rat?"
And
sorry to interrupt just quickly, because I had to do a bit of digging around for Swinging Kangaroo, so we understand what we actually are talking about here. So just quickly to go back to this one.
Yes.
I don't mean to pain in the ass, but
no. Hey, Swinging Kangaroo, this is a customer. We got to give him customer service. Bring it up.
What Swinging Kangaroo's talking about. This is who Swinging Kangaroo's talking about.
Oh, she's a Korean singer. She's beautiful.
Love that.
They're
black
expensive.
long hair. Wow.
Yes.
Archie, short time or long time, Archie? ST or LT?
Expensive. This is expensive. You know that? I'd have to mortgage the house.
This is ET. Expensive time.
I think it's more like no time.
NT, yes.
NT.
So is this hot to you? 10 on the brain now.
Jin.
I mean, I don't know why I have to answer this question. I mean, like, sure, but
because he's paying.
She's beautiful. I mean, nobody can deny that.
All right. Back to this one.
Yeah.
Actually, Mark could deny that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, thank you, Clyde. Yes, somebody could deny it. I mean, look, she's beautiful, but not my cup of tea. Thank you so much.
Sure. That's an absolutely valid statement.
So,
experience, please.
Here we go. Patel Philippe, $11. Archie, when Jin was we did that one. We did that.
I was finishing the story.
He was finishing the story on that one.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Let me wrap this. John C, $2. Arch, buy a Camry and treat it like a Rolls Royce.
There you go. Okay,
Yes,
end of story, Jin.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, like they recognized me, and then I was wearing the Reverso, I think, and they were like, "Oh wow, the Reverso is one of my Grail watches." And by the way, this is not a high-end watch shop. I think they have two locations. One, and the one that I was in, I think the best watch that they sell is a Movado. They might sell like a Seiko. They sell like Seiko Oris, actually. Okay, so they sell like mid-tier at best watches, and it's very strange because like whenever I would go in there, they would recognize me, and it was.
You're a role model, Jin.
Well,
you're a
no,
role model.
They you are. They only knew me because of you.
It doesn't matter.
They probably know you too, though, because you're walking in with a watch that's recognizably higher.
You know GJ better than
anything
me.
they
You know
sell.
GJ better than me, Jin.
Well, I know GJ because of you.
Ross, Rachel, Brady, $2. My pants are tight. Yes, sir. And AD never calling $10. Mr. Val's you story is true. Then we all swapped watches at the Hibachi restaurant. Slimy and fun. Thank you so much, AD never calling. And we've got one from Patel, Philippe, and we've got Ross, Rachel joining. $5.50. Archie, I just WhatsApped you a picture of a girl at the boutique that was messaging me after the visit to sell me an RM. Jin does not find her attractive. Ooh, let me have a... Ooh, fuck me dead. What the hell? Do you think I should pull it up?
No, don't pull it up, Archie. Let's be respectful and about her.
No, just post it in the private chat.
Yeah, just put it in the private chat so we can see then, and we can make a judgment call on it.
Shit, she is. I don't think I can post that. I need to post a link to the private chat. Can't post a pic to the private chat, can I?
When I went to San Francisco to the AD after that debacle, when I announced the lady's name on the show accidentally, I left the microphone on.
Oh, fuck.
Remember that?
You're joking. Yes.
Yeah, I remember I'd gone to the AD and I was like, I'll call her right now and see if anything's come in. And I forgot to mute myself. And I said, is what's her name there? And everybody's like, no, don't say her name. Fuck. But it was too late. I'd already said her name. I forget her name already by now. But they probably have a picture of me posted up underneath the desk saying, do not let this person in ever again.
now that we have Mikey here as well, I think it's a good reminder for this.
Hey everybody, it's time to upvote. Woo! Look, I can even do it. Watch. There. It was that easy. All I needed to do is to upvote. That's all you need to do. It doesn't even take a wiggle of your finger or even just a wiggle of one of my teeth here to upvote. Just do it. Archie, do you have a clip of me singing Hound Dog yet?
No.
Okay.
No? Oh,
all right.
I want to see how I sounded.
The girl looks like a lady boy. I got her picture right here, and honestly, she looks like she could take me in a fair fight.
One of the rules of dating is don't date a girl that can kick your ass.
You gotta leave all the Israeli you gotta leave all the Israeli girls alone because any one of them could take you out.
Yeah, no shit. Martial arts experts that strangle you with one of those. What do they call that?
I'm gonna respect the privacy and all that kind of stuff. But I now have the picture as well. She's all right. She's good.
Fucking gorgeous.
Gorgeous. What's the problem?
Patel Philippe. Here we go. Sorry, we did that one for Patel Philippe.
$5.50. Hang on. Yeah, he just sent. Yeah.
Clive, I just sent to No Horns Allowed and Timely. I sent to you. Thank you. Thank you. Never calling $10. When Mike went to the AD in San Francisco, they closed early and everybody quit. Thank you. How are you, Ross?
Nice,
Rachel? How are you, Ross?
I'm doing okay, Archie. How are you?
Are you talking to that girl again? Has that resumed or?
No. I think she cold shouldered him. Give him the cold shoulder.
She won't answer any of my calls or texts.
Mr. Valjoux, $5. Archie, Patel Philippe is correct. Things get slimy over Hibashi, but no spit was exchanged.
Oh, that's
Thank you
good.
so much.
What do they call that when you ghost somebody?
Bukkake. That's what they call it, bukkake.
No. When you just like you absolutely like cease all communications and block them from your phone and any communication
No.
you ghost them.
Mark, that's when you ghost somebody at a Japanese restaurant.
Yeah.
Kentucky.
The hibachi ghost.
Here we go. Super chat. John C. $2. Mike, do you manscape?
No way.
Of course.
Really?
Yeah,
And
I've got a nice little landing strip.
Phil McCracken 5.
Sometimes I shave it in the form of a heart. You know, like
Hitler? Do you have the Hitler?
And we got Phil McCracken, £5. Ross,
all.
one. Yes. And we've got
No,
Patel
we haven't done it.
Sorry.
Go back.
Ross,
Read it properly.
Phil McCracken, £5.
There you go.
Ross is always in a good mood. What a positive spirit.
We love Ross.
100%.
I love y'all too.
Hey, Timely, when I jumped on, I was having technical issues, but I heard you tell somebody you're a real bummer. You're a real mood smasher. You mentioned that about 10 minutes ago.
Who did I say was a? I don't know what you're talking about.
You said I'm logging off or something, and you're a real mood killer.
No, I think you're on the wrong channel, Mikey.
Okay, maybe I was.
Went on this channel.
Okay. Maybe
Anyone have any idea? Sorry to anyone have any idea what Mike's talking about there? Because I have no idea.
He's talking about my storytelling technique.
Someone said that you need to get some storytelling techniques from Mike. That's what it is.
I might be a little long-winded. That is possible.
Here we go. We've got another super chat. Patel Philippe, $5.50. AC3, when will Clive add you to No Horns Allowed group chat after you were violently thrown out of the WhatsApp group for sending Clivers too much?
Never.
Yeah, when am I going to get added to the No Horns fucking group too?
Never. You're a spy. Never.
Yeah, I'm a spy.
You're a deep mole.
Hey, I'm going to send...
The name's Bond. All right.
Super chat.
For retired people only.
Correct.
Uh-oh. I've got to go eat some sugar.
Super chat.
Super chat. Mike just left the door open on his fridge. That's what the beeping is.
Here we go. Doc BBC, $2. Jiso's pretty hot. Compliments to plastic surgeon.
Hey, BBC,
Mikey, get yourself sorted out, man. That's serious. Go fix yourself up and then come back, yeah?
I want to know.
Yeah. I'll just go have a butt of sugar. I'll be right back.
No worries.
I'd like to know from Doc if Jisoo, like how he would rank her compared to his ex-wife.
Well, you know what's funny thing about that he mentions plastic surgery is that remember Don Haynes used to always say call it a silicone. Don used to always say silicone hairspring. I'm like, every time I heard that, I was like, Jesus Christ, Donnie, don't you know what silicone? Yes, I'm like, don't you know what silicone is? I'm like, it's not. There's no silicone in your watch. At least there better not be.
Or in your girlfriend.
Yeah. True as well. Although,
Super chat.
They can do what they want.
Here we go. Super chat. JD, $15. Picked up my first Rolex yesterday from an AD Air King. No purchase history. I was called after 2 days. I believe the photo I showed the essay of myself and Archie made this happen. Thanks, Archie. And JD, I remember meeting you in Sydney. He overcame some very bad illness. You deserve it, man. Congratulations.
Sydney. Plus the Air King.
I know this guy because I recognize his avatar. And lovely guy. He had a few tutors, and he always wanted a Rolex. Good on you, man. Good on you. Good thoughts. I just want to give you good thoughts. Good thoughts. He's a very nice guy. He is beautiful man. Beautiful guy.
Love you so much.
Well done, mate. Ross, you're right.
Ross is on the nitrous today, guys.
Middle row.
He's right back from the dentist, which is really shocking when you see that grill, but I swear.
Oh, yeah.
Arch, so if your friend JD can get on a list in Australia and get an Air King at retail, have you thought about getting on the list for?
I can't be fucked. I can't be fucked. You know what? I got enough. I got enough watches. I've got already. I don't need any more.
All you have to do is wait, and they accept credit cards, so you can put it on the credit card.
I'm sorry, but I got to interrupt. I got a question for Surdy Danny. Does Surdy refer to the dial on your watch or the teeth in your mouth? Because they're all very shiny. So I have questions, and I'd like to know if Surdy stands for, for your dental treatments or for your watch. He's muted. You're muted, my friend. You're muted.
No, he's not. He's just walking around because he's a tough fucking geese, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. I wouldn't mess with him. I wouldn't. Danny, I respect those, sir. I wouldn't.
How do you think he got those teeth, mate?
Well, after a lot of fights, and I would only talk this way on YouTube from a very far distance. Very brave, very brave indeed.
Actually, the middle row is starting to get all the makings of a lemon party.
Clyde, super chat. Super chat.
Super chat. Here we go. Doc BBC, $2. My ex-wife's pretty enough to model, except only 4'10". My ex-wife's pretty enough to model, except only 4'10", and she was nuts.
A woman that size could jump on your back and be stabbing you like hundreds of times before you could ever shake her off.
Oh, let's get Scott Nevens on to talk about that subject.
just picture in my head of that.
Well, I'll tell you, that's what almost happened to Doc. If you learn more about his marriage, that was more or less the scenario.
No, that was Matt Stevens.
I just got done watching John Wick on the movie where that girl, John Wick the third one, Parabellum, where the girl with the dogs, and she jumps and grabs people by the neck with her legs and flips them over, and she's like that. She's sticking them and shooting them, and she takes out 6 people before you can blink. And I just this 4'10" girl with a knife, just jumping on somebody like a little fucking chimpanzee with a knife.
Nelson Oliveira, $10. Archie, the question everyone wants to know: do Ross like the white rubber butt or the black rubber butt?
I like both.
I would like to say to the person who compared my storytelling to Mike the Snake, you can lick my clit. That's what I got to say. You lick my clit if you're going to compare my storytelling to Mike. Damn it. It's true. It really upsets me.
Why is that? Are you saying your stories are better?
No, what I'm saying is you and I happen to be spectacularly long-winded, and we don't really even realize it.
Oh, yeah. No, we do have that in common, for sure.
We're paid by the word, Mike. You and I.
Now I understand how Mark can churn out 10,000 words.
Because I'm paid by the word. I'm paid by the word. I'm a writer, and I'm paid by the word.
I wish I was paid by the word.
Well,
actually, on the Archie show, I paid.
Yes, sir.
Fucking, you're looking one miserable bastard there, mate. What's up? You fucking sat there like your fucking world's ending.
Are you
you just paid for a set of tires, that's why.
You sound like you're from Basildon, Essex, that you're right out of council housing.
I'm a council house.
He's just on his fucking ass in on 4 tires, isn't he?
This is the guy you do not want to spar with at the boxing gym because he's there to push your face just to pay his monthly dues. Right there at the gym, right there.
Art, did you get new tires, Arch?
That hurt.
It's on the Honda Civic. It was on
Right now, Archie opens his wallet and all he sees in there is the pavement. There's a fucking hole in the bottom now.
Moths and spider webs.
Yeah, that's just like my wallet.
Mark.
Yes.
Come on, Google ads.
To say, Mark, to say you're gay, you know a lot about bitches, don't you?
Hold on. If you say that in English,
I said,
prepared to be.
To say you're gay, you know a lot about bitches.
I don't know a lot about bitches. Well, I got 3 children. I know a certain amount. I mean, I do. I have the basics.
Fuckers.
Translate for me, Timely.
Go on, say it again and I'll translate.
I said to Mark, to say you're gay, you know a lot about bitches.
Oh. Well, now you know what?
Okay, he's got
Third time is the charm. I heard you say it 3 times. Now
he's got to tune his ear into it. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's what it was. Took a minute for the Basil.
I did slept with over 7,000 women.
Let's just say I have batted for both teams, and I finally made a decision. That's how.
Okay.
So Mark, yeah, when you were sleeping with a woman, and did you just one day think this is fucking disgusting? I fancy men.
No, it's not quite like that. Although, could you turn your head the other way so I can see the jawline? Yeah. See, this is the problem.
Yeah, he's a tough fucking geezer, ain't he? He's fucking around with him.
Let me ask you a question. If I were to tell you vanilla or chocolate, and you had to pick one for the rest of your life, only one, which one would you pick?
Vanilla. I don't like chocolate.
Okay, now let me ask you a further question.
Go on.
6, 8, 7, years into eating vanilla only, if I said, "Hey, here's a chocolate pudding," just to change it up, would you try it? Would you be like, "Yeah, I'm getting a little bored with the vanilla"?
Mark, but you're describing it a funny way. You're saying chocolate pudding, mate. That's what do when you're gay. You need that chocolate pudding.
Well, you know what?
You're describing
Butt fuckers.
Fuckers indeed. Danny, if you want to play on the field, you have to get a little mud on the helmet. That's how that works.
Oh, man.
So, no, but what I'm saying is, you must have, if you're gay, you must have known you're always gay.
Super chat.
Yeah, let's go.
Super chat. Hugh Glass, £5.
Hugh Jazz.
Great show, guys. Thank you so much.
So let's ask Archie right now what he thinks.
Yes, sir.
Why, if Danny was in jail for like the rest of his natural born life, and your entire sex life, Danny, included stealing butter pats from the, consisted of stealing butter pats from the, from the chow hall and bringing them back to your room. I'm just saying, like, sexuality, it's flexible. That's all. It's flexible.
I just wank into a mattress, mate.
All of us are flexible.
Now you're starting to sound like Mr. GMT.
But you named your mattress second, and that's the suspicious part.
Fuckers.
Well, I can't hear you because there's too many sounds going on.
Fuckers.
He's got them all.
Fuckers. What were you saying, Mark? I couldn't hear you.
I can't even remember. Clyde interrupted me so many times. I'm off my game.
I've not offended you, have I? I've just talked straight.
Why should you be offended? You and I are, two men separated by circumcision alone. There's only a 4-step difference between us.
Because I speak my mind, and I'm bad for offending people because I speak my mind.
You're not offensive at all. As soon as I can sort of translate from Basildon all the way back into English, then
I do not ever think.
He does not ever think whatsoever.
Archie,
yes,
it's
sir.
all right. It's all right.
Take money now,
you needed the tires, mate. You needed the tires. Otherwise, the car would go off the fucking road in the way. Relax.
Swinging Kangaroo, $2. Timely. Have you put your name down for the AK Air King yet?
Nah, not yet. I'm still thinking
What stops you going in there and saying, "Hey, can I put my name?" Or you just know it's just fucking waste of time?
I think it's just a fucking waste of time, to be honest.
That's the bad taste that's been in my mouth regarding Rolex for years now. Is just that. Like I even went to the AD and it was full. Every case was full with every model but they were all display only.
Exhibition only. You know what the bad taste in my mouth is?
I won't go to say it in case he offended you.
Danny, next time eat a pineapple first. For fuck's sake, Danny, pineapple.
I thought that's the same word, pineapple.
These cunts.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's impossible to get in a Rolex at list price. And, you know, if you want to play their game and go through their journey and spend $40,000 on jewelry before you're able to save, you know, a few thousand on a watch that you want after 2 years of waiting.
Again. Fucking Ken. Fucking. Well, that climbers again. The phantom fire.
Jesus Christ, Clyde, you're gonna fucking kill Ross. You know,
He's about to have a fucking stroke.
Ross is gonna have an aneurysm right there.
Yeah, he's gonna have a brain bleed here.
Jesus. Well, none of us can say a word because
Don't do it. You're going to make Archie an accessory. It's his show. Don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
So
I
got to tell you guys, we just want to be. We got to have got to be careful there because there's a lot of nasty stuff can happen. I got to tell you, Ross, you're saving money desperately to get over to Bangers, aren't you? How's the savings going? Tell me how it's going. How much have you saved since we last spoke? Because you've been planning.
I have about 1,700 saved up.
Okay.
Now I know that's not a lot. Because I have to take care of my bills and everything else first. But I've been watching a lot of videos on Bangers.
Yes.
And I have a funny feeling I could overdose on sniffing, but it's going to be okay.
Yes.
You sleep lining out of a pair of knickers, what you meant?
Ross, a quick word of advice, Ross. Spend one night in Bangers and then transfer immediately to Pattaya, where the prices are about 40-50% lower.
Yeah, Pattaya.
Pattaya, if you want to go. Bangers is not the place. You land in Bangers. You hop into a taxi for about, I don't know, $50. They take you right to your hotel in Pattaya, and that's where you go.
Yeah.
Way cheaper. Everything more consolidated. There's beach.
Too many holes in it.
You don't have beach. There's no beach in Bangers, but there is in Pattaya. Definitely Pattaya. Far cheaper, a lot more consolidated, plus there's some beach there.
Yeah. Well, my friend recommended go to Pattaya and rent a room above one of the bars. They have like rentals. You can rent for a week, and then you just have a room above one of the go-go bars. And so you just go down whenever and sit down and have a drink and eeny, meeny, miny, moe, come with me, and you just go upstairs.
Hang on. You're not wrong, Mike. You're not wrong about this. But if I may, renting the room above the bar is fine, but what you do is you time yourself. So you start with the bars the farthest away from your room that you can, and then right before your trip, that's when you go to the bar right underneath your room, because if you start there, the girls there will not let you switch girls.
No, you're right. They work. They do work together. My friend who lived over there used to work. He used to have kind of a hustle. He hooked up with one of the madams, if you want to call her that.
Mama San.
Fucking probably like Sirs over in Bangkok.
She used to run a number of the. This is back when Pattaya was a lot more wild, but he hooked up with one of the madams who wasn't actively, for sale, but she was in control of or controlled a number of girls. But since he was American and he was associated with this lady who had some swing in the area, he ruled the roost. He'd walk into the bar with this lady and he'd sit down and Americans who were like scared to talk to.
Super chat, Finchy, £2. Archie, please tell Mikey about bar fine etiquette. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mikey, how many times have you been to Bangkok?
Never, but I've had my friend.
Okay.
How far you be?
Okay.
I know a
yeah.
little. I know a little bit about bar fight
Speaking
etiquette.
like a pro. Look, let me
Now-
say this to you, Mikey.
Hey, Mark, how many times have
Uh,
you been to Bangkok? Also, have you ever gone to Thailand?
How many times have you Bangkok?
Yeah, probably like 5 or 6 times.
Archie, do you know if you go to Bangkok, yeah?
Yes, sir.
And you get a prosy, yeah?
Yes.
And you got a smasher, and then you pull pants down, big dick falls out. What do? Do you get a refund? Or do you get it half price?
Well, normally you pay at the end in Thailand. It's different customs.
Don't be an amateur.
So-
You go for the. You go. Hold on. Don't be an amateur, Danny. You go for the sniff test first. You go down there. You wiggle your fingers around, and then you wipe your nose like you're scratching an itch, but you're taking a quick sniff. And what you want to know is, do you smell tuna, or do you smell the ocean? Like when you hold a shell up to your ear, or did you encounter meat down there that put you to shame?
You're gonna smell fucking 20 other guys that been there half an hour before, though, aren't you?
Here we go. GB, $2. Is this a watch channel or a MGTOW channel? Yeah, we better steer it back into the.
The answer is yes.
And we got John C, $2. Archie, how many girls you been with in Bangkok? Look, I got to tell you something. Not as many as you'd like. Not as many as you'd think. Not as many. Yeah, those days.
Follow-up question for $2. And which one had the biggest cock?
And I got to tell you guys, seriously, what watch is best for traveling? It'd have to be your Explorer 2. Tell me this, Ross, what watch, if you were going to Bangkok, what watch were you were going to take the Tudor?
Yes. My Tudor Prince Day, yes.
I wore a Pelagos to Bangkok. I've worn a couple different Breitlings. I wore a Submariner. The nice thing about watches in Bangkok and Asia in general is they will assume if you have a nice watch that it's a fake, because you can buy fake watches like at breakfast for like $50 on every corner. So you're safe wearing Rolex. They will definitely assume. There's no watch.
100% right there.
Now, if you go on wearing a girl-sized Patek Philippe, will they like take pity on you and buy your breakfast?
No, but you will meet a lot of lady boys.
Tell me, that's very, very interesting. It's, I got to tell you something, guys. Traveling with watches. Do you travel with expensive watches? I think it's okay. Rancher, do you travel? Well, you don't travel. Serdy, Danny, do you travel with your expensive timepieces?
I've been to Tulsa.
Yeah, Matt. I'm going to St. What with them and do them.
Yeah, what's the point of having them?
Archie, you would have been a lot safer if you had traveled with your watches.
I know. We know, Mr. By the way, I liked your video there. Yeah, I liked your video.
Thank you.
Quite soothing. Timely, would you travel with expensive watches? I think, what's the point in having them if you're not, I mean,
why
not? Yeah, just be careful with them. You travel with your Reverso?
Yeah, all the time.
I traveled with my. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. I was going to say it's just one of the easier ones to travel with because it's got the jump hour.
Oh yeah. No, I mean I traveled with my Submariner for years before I bought other watches, and I went to Mexico a couple of times, Baja, with my family, where we go big game fishing periodically, and it just I had my sub and I just wore it like any just went,
MCM says no one's stealing shit from Danny.
No one's stealing shit from Danny.
But can take it, but it'll cost them twice as much.
Hey, Danny, do you like Degs? Do you like Degs, Danny?
They like dogs.
Like Degs?
They like dogs.
I think I loved you in Snatch, by the way. You were great in that.
Oh, it's a big fella, Renee.
It was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I guess you've seen it as well, Timely.
Yes.
Wicked film, innit?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's like my fucking life, that film.
I'm gonna go see that movie, the new Avatar movie tomorrow. I think. Go to the matinee, save a few bucks.
I haven't seen it yet, but it was just at Disney World, and I went on the Avatar ride, called Rise. And no, it was called. I'm sorry. I went on the Avatar ride, whatever it was called. It was amazing. It was really good.
Oh, cool.
I rode on one of those fucking pterodactyls. It was really great.
Oh, neat. Yeah, I've never been to a 3D movie where you put the goggles on, so this would be.
Well, you know what? Wait till you pop your cherry. I think you should go to Bangkok. That's in 3D.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll start out. I think I'll start out with the movie Avatar. I mean, if there's any movie to see in 3D, that's probably it.
I mean, Mike will be like this. There's a dick coming right at me. Oh my God, what do I do? Wait, take off the glasses, Mike. Take off the glasses.
That's the 3D porn, the gay porn theater. Yeah.
You know, if they really ever invent that, you know, the entire establishment, you know, like 3,000 years of marriage will completely crash. You know, if you can just strap on a pair of virtual glasses and like just bang the shit out of whatever you want and then take them right off again. You know, I'm telling you, marriage will go away and men will keep all their money. We will own many more watches. Rolex will go crazy. They will no way be able to, you know, the only guys who buy Rolex right now are the people who are either single or their wives let them. But if the institution of marriage fails based on artificial intelligence, sexuality, Rolex will have to like quintuple its production because we'll keep all our money. Just a thought. Continue. Discuss. Well, I shut the fuck out of all of you people.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? All these men, listen to the peanut gallery, to the audience. All of these men, look at their faces. All right now, they're considering what I said, and they're like, fuck, he's right. If only I could have that. The only reason I have to be nice to this bitch is because I need sex once a month. What if I didn't even have to be nice to her? Jesus, what if I just put a quarter in? All I do is I like tap my chip right on my super chat.
Dan Redkey, $20. I'm back for second day. What the fuck is wrong with me? Cheers. Oh,
100%.
You know what? That is our second $20.
That's for the baby
super chat. Super chat. Where have you been? Super chat now, guys, to visit the Queen. Free super chat now, guys. Money. Super chat now. Super chat now. Hey, super chat now.
You know, Danny just licked his eyeball. I would like to point that out.
You're wearing your bluesy, Danny.
Yeah, I've put it back on.
That's the ceramic?
Yeah.
40 mil?
Beautiful.
That's a 41. It's a 40 or a 41?
40 mil.
It's a 40.
It's the same as I've got.
I keep switching between this and the black sub, the 41 mil black sub.
That's the one, man. If I had to pick, you know what? I like my steel subs. I got 2 of them. I like my gold one, but really I should have bought that one because it's the one you can wear when you can't really wear all gold. You know? Listen,
we only have 69 upvotes at the moment. If you don't start upvoting, I'm going to play that Mike the Snake thing again. I'm warning you.
Oh, fuckers! Time to
Just
a wiggle of the finger, man. Oh, the tooth.
I feel like we're in a good place with 69. The only thing better than that
Mike.
666.
Is it what?
69.
68 and a lawyer one.
I'm surprised nobody clipped the Elvis song yesterday. I thought I was singing pretty good there.
That was very good.
The Elvis song?
Brilliant.
Yeah. They played You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog, and I sang the whole song. I got the lyrics on my phone, and I sang the whole song. I actually thought it didn't sound too bad.
Mike, I were rooting for you, mate. I were background rooting for you. You got me going.
Yeah, I thought it sounded all right.
Go on, lad. Go on, Mike, you lad. Come on, give me some praise.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Ow.
Go on, get music up and get Mike singing it again.
It hurts.
I gotta get the lyric. I gotta get the lyrics again.
It hurts, fuckers. It hurts. It's about to go pear-shaped right now. Ooh, Mr. Sexy.
This is the first. I'm actually uncomfortable watching the stream.
Well, your avatar is turning me on, if that helps.
And not, hey, there's not many things that make me feel uncomfortable. Seeing Danny naked next to Ross Brady.
Ross doesn't put his tongue back in his mouth. I might possibly go into my own.
There you go. Now we got you in the middle.
Super chat.
Here we
I
go.
got the
Super
lyrics.
chat. Patel Philippe $7. AC3 and Danny Narc impersonations, please.
Archie wins this. Archie wins.
Hey, 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 Curly, you fat fuck. Curly, you fat fuck.
Hey, listen, Archie, listen. Hey, Curly, you fat fuck. Go kick your dog, you fuck.
No, you gotta do my impression of me in GMT's voice like you did the other day.
I can't fucking remember.
Archie did it yesterday.
Hey, not.
No. When he came on and did that creepy voice. Hello, it's Jim.
That was funny, that wasn't it?
Do you understand? Danny, are you naked?
No, I've got my socks on.
Answer.
So you had a top on before the stream, and you go, fuck, I'm gonna take my top off.
No, I just got out of bath, and I'm fucking red hot, so I just go like this. Oh, you ain't nothing but a brown dog. Oh, you fuckers. Oh, fuck you, you fuckers.
Look, Ross.
Hey,
Ross, when are we gonna meet up together? Me and you, just me and you.
Are you in Australia?
Yeah, you said to me we're gonna get hot and heavy. We meet up.
Well, yeah, I'm bisexual. Yeah.
Narc, you won't be able to fucking handle Ross, mate. It'd smash bones off you.
Can I again really, really slow, and I'm gonna go get the lotion while I try and figure that out.
I'm bisexual, and I would like to lube your balls up first, and like from there go straight to your shaft.
Look at her face.
What? We got. Look who we got here. Hello. Who's this?
Hey, Curly, lose some weight, you fat fuck. Hey.
Hi, Curly. Go fuck off, you dickhead.
Look, I'm gonna jump off. I'm feeling very uncomfortable.
Okay. It's a fucking bad story when you're feeling uncomfortable now.
Curly,
This is
Curly, how much sex do you get with your wife, mate? Curly, how much sex do you get? What do you wear at night, mate?
God, these guys are freaking me out.
Hey,
Yeah.
Curly.
I'm not
sorry.
wearing pants.
I gotta go.
Hey, Knock. Ruffle to lick your balls. Hey, Knock. Couldn't handle the heat.
We just entered the dungeon. Okay, guys, we've got to steer back. Let's steer back. Let's steer back into. Let's bring some watch stuff up there, Timely. What have we got? What have you got there for us?
The only thing I've got is Jisoo from Blackpink at the moment, but I'm trying to have a look for something to bring up. Watch related.
No.
Okay, now, man.
Hey, Rob. Hey, Rob. Who's your favourite pussy mould, eh, mate? Who's your favourite pussy mould?
Yeah.
Arch, is it FP Zorn that's makes the tornado shaped watches primarily?
Sorry, what was that? Sorry.
Is it FP Zorn that makes the tornado shaped watches?
I think that's Frank Muller. Frank Muller does.
Frank Muller, that's right.
Frank Muller. Frank Muller. I like Frank Muller. They were so popular early 2000. Holy shit!
You had one, Archie. Didn't you have the crazy, whatever it was called, the crazy dial?
Yeah, I had a no. That was actually it was a limited edition football.
Oh,
Purple dial. Remember that? The purple
Yeah,
dial.
you got taken to the cleaners on that one. If I
No, actually, I sold it to a good friend of mine. It was a great watch because it had.
Oh, do you remember James Reeson?
Yes. James Reeson.
Yeah. He was
Uh,
calling bullshit. He was calling bullshit on it.
James Reeson. How do I know that name?
because he has like
He's called bullshit. Frank Mueller.
quite an amazing collection.
I was at the gun shop the other day and ran into a gentleman wearing a Frank Mueller. Solid gold, tornado shape, beautiful watch. But
What do you think of this? This is what is this? Platinum or white gold?
I'll tell you in a sec. I was just bringing
It
up
almost
something.
looks,
Didn't they bring that out in rose with?
looks
green
almost
tape?
like platinum.
Yeah, platinum.
Yeah, gold doesn't shine up as white.
Platinum's usually quite dull compared to white gold.
Is it really when it's polished?
Well,
Super chat.
Super chat. The original Cockroach OC $2. Mark, come to our place, please. We love long dog stories.
I'm gonna send Mike the Snake instead.
I got to tell you guys, this is dream piece. Whose piece is this? Tell me about this, Timely.
Hang on, just responding to someone.
No, that's okay. That's okay, guys. Do you have any? What do you think of? Oh, here we go.
Arch,
Dan
did they really-
Radke just sent you a PayPal and an email for a live review. Let's go, sucker on!
Flip him over, Archie. Flip him
I'll
over.
get it up. Let me get this up now. Dan Radke. He sent me some details.
Hey, Mark.
Yes.
Did you know that I actually ran a porno shop for a couple of years in
Well, you
Seattle?
know,
You had to fucking steer it back that way, didn't you, Mikey?
I'm sorry. I just had to I just didn't know. I thought
Listen.
he needed to know. He needed to know.
The problem was you ate the profits. You got to be very very you cannot use up all your own inventory. That's the thing.
I did have a good time working there. That was
How many years did you work there, Marky?
about 2.5.
Mike?
Yeah.
Did anyone bring any vibrators back once they've used them?
Wait,
Like,
were you like
Oh
the
yeah.
Jizz-
No, people brought in some stuff that just was mind blowing.
Were you like
I
the
just
mop
was like,
guy? Did you
you
have to,
do
like,
what with that?
Did you have to mop up the glory holes and the jizz booths? Like, what was your job there?
Cashier. He was a cashier.
Next door was a peep show booth, and I ran the video store. And then next door to that was an actual. It was unspoken, but you go in and you could get what you want if you paid for it.
Okay, here we go. Dan Radke, $5, just sent you a PayPal and an email for a live review. Let's go, sucker on! Look at this collection here. What
a nice collection, that.
You'll get
That's
that
a nice
live
collection.
in 4 or 5 months. Don't you worry. You'll get it very soon. Just
No, we're going to do a live review, Marky. We do live reviews now.
beautiful. We got a 2254.50 on top, and then we have a Pepsi, and then we have an OP41 green. We got the Polar Explorer, and then I don't know what's that right hand one.
That's a Vacheron, is it?
No,
That Milgauss is nice.
Rolex, the Rolex.
What
The Rolex?
Oh, okay.
Look at this. We've got-
No, the top of the bezel has a reflection that looks like
It's a Rolex.
the,
It's an
the
all
overseas
Rolex,
cutout.
all
Yeah.
Rolex, except for I think that's a beautiful collection personally.
It is
Yeah, very
absolutely
nice.
stunning.
I'm seeing Explorer 1, Explorer 2, Z Blue, Pepsi, and a fucking Seamaster. I'm not seeing no Vacheron out of that group.
No, the far right hand black one, the
Miller.
reflection kind of looks like one of the cutouts of the bezel on the
I see
Vacheron.
what you're saying.
See that little?
Right now I have had all of those watches except for the Millie, but I've had all of them. I do right now. I still have the Pepsi and that green OP41. The 2254 is a spectacular watch.
That's a
and
Milgauss.
Ron the Shrink just bought one.
You know what?
Isn't that a green? Oh yeah, you're right.
As far as collections go, it's all Rolly, but it's not a high like a ultimately high dollar collection.
Well, it is cool,
It's
but
medium. It's medium money.
The
Medium
Pepsi.
money. You know,
Pepsi's the hard one there. The
Also,
Pepsi. That's the tough one to get. The Pepsi.
yeah,
the
Pepsi for sure.
This is a pre-ceramic Pepsi. No holes case. I got to tell you, this is a nice spread of watches. You can't all
Really
steel stunners. It's a GMT Master 2, a Milgauss Z Blue, 40 mil Polar, and is that a 36 or a 40? What is that? Tell me, what do you think that is there?
Looks like a 36, that Explorer.
Yeah, it does look like a 36.
You can tell by where the lines are. You know, the lines, the 39 is different.
With lugs as well, you can tell the skinnier.
Yeah, it does look, because you compare that to the 40 mil.
And if you look at bezel
Explorer.
as well, same size as Explorer 2 Sapphire.
Yeah.
So Archie, the Z Blue, how much did you love having one of those? Because you had one for a bit.
Yeah. It's an absolutely fantastic, because it's the thing I love about it is the criticism of the Z Blue is that it's got that polished center links.
Yeah.
That's the criticism, is the polished center links can scratch, right? But if you can get over that, it's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful watch. Blue dial, just no date. What I really loved was that second hand, that jagged orange second hand. Stunning. Jagged orange second hand.
I had a second hand. I know what I'd be doing with
it. Just beautiful. So I got to tell you, looking at this collection here, in all honesty, far out. What do you want?
Out of this collection, let's do it properly here. Is there anything that you would get rid of?
Look, I wouldn't get rid of. What I'd be adding is, I always say, when you look at a collection, look at it and say,
that was going to be the next question. What would you add to it? But yeah.
So you look at this. He's got a diver in the Omega. He's got 2 GMTs in the GMT Pepsi and the Explorer 2. Wouldn't you want to add a Speedmaster Man on the Moon?
God damn it, I was about to say the same fucking thing. Damn it.
Yeah. Man on the Moon.
Either that or get rid of the Seamaster up top and replace it with a Submariner.
And then it's all Rolex. Although that Man on the Moon is like one of the most boring watches out there. It's just because you're supposed to get one. That's why. It's not even a good watch. Can't swim with it.
Well, do you have to swim with your watches?
Yes. You know why, Archie? Think about it for a quick second. There you are in Bangkok or Pattaya, right? And the girl says, go shower, before the short time begins. What are you going to leave it sitting out there on your desk? No, you got to get it.
Yeah.
Very important.
You need a watch to be able to do what you can do. Whatever you can do, you need a watch to do.
You must admit that is such a beautiful collection. I got to give him extra points.
But in that position, Mark, in all seriousness, wouldn't he just grab one of the Rolexes before he went there, like the Explorer?
Me personally, I wouldn't wear. I don't want to wear any watch that I can't go swimming or hot tubbing with.
I agree.
That's just me, and that's why I like straps, among other reasons. They all degrade. I just don't care for.
I got to tell you, this collection works because he's got a 40 mil Milgauss, and instead of having the 39, which would be a bit of a double up, he's got the 36. It just works as a collection. You think about this. What more does he want? GMT. Oh, we've got our good friend, the Undertaker, on. Hello, the Undertaker. He's coming on. Is that the Undertaker? Hello, Undertaker.
Yo,
how are you going?
Good, man. Good. I just heard you guys talking about the Speedy. I had it on my wrist, so I thought I'd...
Yeah, bring it up. Look at this. This is what this guy needs to add to the collection. You got a day off today?
Yes, I have, mate.
Oh, that's a 3861. Beautiful. The newest one. Look at that. Tell me this. Do you love that?
I do, Arch. I do.
Because it's a great watch. Dan Radke,
I like
$5. thinking about an Omega CK2918 or a JLC Reverso Duo. Which one, considering the collection? I got to tell you, Dan, I would like to get I'd like to get another Omega.
But with this collection here, Reverso would be a nice addition.
Yeah, a
I actually
Reverso
gotta
would.
go. I'll come back on in a second, okay? I just
Thank
gotta go.
you. No worries. Thank you so much.
That's
I
right.
gotta tell you, this collection here, I love it. I love it because it's solid Rolex. You can never go wrong with solid Rolex backbone. You know what? I think if it was me, I'd go for a 3861 Man on the Moon. I really want to add that to the collection. I want to add it. I want to add it to the collection. Okay, I want to do it.
Listen, there's no Submariner there, and what I would do is I would add a gold or at least a two-tone bluesy.
Yeah, or just a black Submariner.
I like that collection.
I
Do you know what I like about
that?
Do you know what I like about that collection, Art?
What's
It's
that?
not over the top.
It's not
Like
over the
fact
top.
It's not
This
over
is
the top. It's not under. It's
This
just
is
right.
the CK. Yes, this is the CK2998. I think he's. We've got a couple of different versions of them. I think that'd be nice. What do you think, Timely? Timely, help me, Timely. What do you think? Yes or no? Would you add a CK2998? This is the reissue. The CK29998. That was the original Speedman.
291 is what he says.
I personally like it. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up.
Oh, 2918. Fuck.
Oh,
What did
2918.
Oh, what?
We're fucking playing bingo with all these numbers.
The 321.
That's a 321 Speedy, huh? Those are.
Let's just clarify this. Let's just clarify that.
CK2918.
CK2918.
What the fuck are we talking about? Even all these numbers? I'm lost.
No, this is for the Omega.
Omega's like that, and so is Grand Seiko. Their reference numbers are like you need 2 pages. 2 pages to read through their reference number. At least 2 lines.
I gotta tell you.
Super chat.
Super chat. Swinging Kangaroo, $2. Trade the Milgauss. Here we go. Timely's got it up. Trade Milgauss and cash to Maserati Blue Daytona. Done. The only problem is you need to put a fair bit of cash in, I think.
Maserati. 2915.
Maserati.
Yeah, you would. Milgauss isn't going to
But see, what I like about his collection is he's got these steel summers.
If you just brought up the one that I had, that's not the 2918, but it's very hard to find a picture of it.
Yeah, can we just get a double check? Is it a 2918 he's referring to? I thought it was the 2998. That's the common one. That's the common.
That's the one I've got on the screen, but all I'm getting is 2915 photos.
That's so common.
Sorry?
It's so common.
Well, I mean the reissue, not the original. The original's rare, but the reissue of that. No. You know what? I think I'd probably just go for like Undertaker had. Here we go. Swinging. Here we go. Dan Radke. Sorry, I meant CK859 or a JLC Reverso. Oh, I love the Maserati Blue Daytona. Sorry, CK859.
Yeah.
I thought onset dyslexia strikes at any time.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that up.
Look at this. Da-da-da-da. Let's have a look. Ooh, he wants a 859. These were expensive. Wow. I remember these were expensive.
It's very Calatrava-ish.
They're about 10 grand Aussie, I think, weren't they?
Is that white gold or steel?
No, it's steel. It's steel.
Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please, for Bear's answer. Brrr.
Just get the fuck Omega. Interesting point of view.
Speaking from the Omega lover.
Super chat.
It is. I must admit that is fucking beautiful. That is. Here we go. Patel Philippe, $7. AC3. Name some subscriptions watch besides Breguet's. Subscription. What do you mean?
Subscription.
Look at the back on this baby here.
Okay.
Wow.
I've got it.
3, 2, 1.
I know he's wanting me to jump in and talk about something, but I'm not going to do it. So, yeah. Yeah.
This is a 3, 2, 1. They really is.
No.
Oh, this is
that.
Lucky. Sorry. How is that? Have a look at it. How is that a 3, 2, 1?
No,
In what way at all?
Yeah, no, I forgot. There's this other watch we're looking at. The what brand is this on? Is this Omega? Yeah.
Holy
this
shit.
Is,
Have a read.
I can't read it. Man, it's storming so hard out right now outside of my house. Shit is blowing around. So I gotta go. Something just fell over.
There's no storm between your eyes and the computer, but yeah.
Someone get that fake Larique off the screen.
Oh, look at this. This is cool looking.
Daniel Roth was a man. He was a big man.
But the bear was bigger.
No. We cannot go there. We cannot go there. I totally wanted to go there.
I got to tell you, would you go for that Omega or a Reverso? I'd have to go Reverso, I'm afraid. Timely. I'm trying to read the room.
My avatar photo, I'd be going Reverso too.
Because that Omega is actually expensive. It's beautiful. I like that retro design.
As we found out, we're the minority in that decision.
Yes. Yeah. Danny, would you go Reverso or would you go Omega dress watch there?
Which Omega were you talking about?
No, what if you
that Omega?
What if you get that Omega for $6,500 or $6,000?
That Omega.
Oh, I'm not keen on that.
Oh my
A Reverso. I'll make you happy. Archie Reverso.
I like the sector dial. It's is that enamel dial as well? Just
looks like it, but let's have a read.
Hard to tell, isn't it? Look at this. Being produced serially numbered edition.
Looks better on than off.
Mm.
Now, in case you're wondering, that is not Tinkerbell. That's Mark.
Jesus.
That's Mark. What's Mark up to?
Ding, ding, ding. Hi. Bell, bell, ding, ding. Microphone. Muted. Bell. Wait. Is Mark gone?
Clyde, why don't you just mute your phone?
No, it's on the computer. I'm on a Mac.
Oh, that's even more fun.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that when I'm like doing stuff and then all of a sudden it's dinging. Like, stop calling me.
I got to tell you, I like it. I like it. The CK859. Would you come on, guys? Would you buy one of these? What do you think? 1930s inspired sector dial. It's sexy as fuck.
I like it, but I'm an old man when it comes to picking.
You like Omegas. You like that. You like all those pipe
I like
hands. Those
Omega, and for me, I like this. But I mean, it's not a Rolex. It's not a diver. It's not this. It's not that. It's nothing. I guess in vogue at the moment. But
would you prefer this to a Reverso? But I don't think it's strong enough to do that.
No. Reverso first, this second, but yeah.
So this, looking back to his collection,
old man timely, fucking know.
Look, wouldn't that be nice to have a Reverso, I think.
Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm just getting a work call. 1 sec.
No, that's okay. You do that.
A no-date sub would look good in it.
Well, the thing is, I think he needs a chronograph.
Okay, now, whoa. Okay, Dan, listen to me, Dan. Instead of getting, if you really want something, if you like the style and the aesthetics of that watch, of the CK859, go for their Tissot has something very, very similar.
Tissot Horny.
Tissot Horny, that's right.
Tissot.
Dan Radke says. Dan Radke says, I like the CK859. He likes it, but he says that it's old school with modern guts. Yeah, that's exactly what I like about it too. Old school with modern guts in it. The only problem is it's also expensive. It's expensive. There we go. Patel Philippe, $7. AC3, describe the benefits of Agenese and Agen Pit. Holy shit.
Take him to the Agen Pit.
Yeah. Agenese, different.
Agonese.
These are different.
Agonese on all my sandwiches. It's Agonese. I put Agonese on all my sandwiches now. It has 30% less calories.
Thank you. Yes, I got no idea on the benefits of Agonese or Agen Pit. Tell us, Timely, you're the watchmaker.
Doctor, I know. I don't work on watches like that. I have no idea what this is.
No.
I prefer his Agent
Sorry, man. No idea.
All right.
Find out. No idea. He'll probably super chat it in a second anyway and let us know. So.
Yes.
And demote you to Alta Boy and meet I don't know.
And he says a duo would complement the GMT nature of the collection. The only problem is with a lot of duos, a lot of them are classic size. Have you found that, Timely? You know, when you look at Reversos, you see a lot of the duo. I love the duo, but they use the 19 mil strap and they're just a smidgen too small.
Yeah.
Fucking hate 19 mil. 19 mil and 21 mil straps. Drive me balmy.
18, 20, or 22 for straps should be that. The size is shit, too small. Either yours with a 20 mil or mine with a 22. Done.
Yeah, I agree. 19 is fucking awkward. 21, that's awkward. You can't find out, Adler.
No, they're a pain in the ass.
You have to start like try to fucking squeeze a 22 into a 21.
Yeah, and that doesn't look good either.
Looks a bit ruffled then at sides, doesn't it?
Good night, Dan. Have a good one. Thanks for being on and so forth.
Yeah, Dan, thank you so much for coming on there. I got to tell you, you know what? I think a duo, if the size isn't a problem, a duo would be perfect. As he says, it clears up the GMT nature. Okay, let me say one other thing he could do. He could also get the sword hand GMT to go with that Omega he's got there. What do you think of that idea? You know, they did that sword hand also in a GMT.
I'm Archie. I agree. What do you fuckers think of that?
I love those sword hand GMT. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I do like it more than the.
And they're cheap. They're cheap. They're cheap.
Yeah,
they're not
I like
expensive.
the sword hands.
It's gotta hurt, Arch. It's gotta hurt.
Gotta hurt.
Yes,
Gotta hurt.
Sword hands way more than the skeleton hands. But this one, his Omega doesn't have skeleton hands either. He's just got normal.
All right.
Sword hands.
Oh, Bear Clooney says that's not bad idea, actually. Yeah, I think they're a great watch. Pavel, $5. Mikey, best watch to wear in a wine country twister.
Submariner, because it's probably the only thing that'll last.
How bad is the storm going on there? What's happening outside?
It's worse than I thought. I just had a huge branch from the tree fall on my house. That's why I was like, "Whoa, what the hell?" I'm gonna have to check later and see if there's any damage to the house. But
How are you doing with your rodent problem, Mikey?
It's a constant battle. My entire housing complex was put in what was a walnut orchard, and they left 3 or 4 walnut trees in every yard. So every year there's an unlimited amount of food for crows and rats. Just every year, unless you're diligent and you pick up every one of those walnuts as they fall. And the crows are always dropping them from 40, 50 feet up onto my roof or onto the street to crack them open. And the rats, it's an endless fight. There's so many of them. I did see the coolest thing though.
Okay, Dan, I have the answer for you. Tissot Heritage Small Seconds.
Tissot Heritage Small Seconds.
Yes.
Do you mean to pull it up, Timely?
Yeah. Pull it up, Arch. Pull it up.
I know which one you're talking about. I know this.
I like Tissot.
I don't hate Tissot.
Yeah.
They're a good starting
I hope
point.
not. You bought your son one. You bought your son one. He took it to the porn shop.
Yes.
A few times.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Hang on.
Yes.
Let me
Yes.
add
That's
this to stream. You got it?
That's a sharp watch.
Classic.
Yeah,
It's got
problem.
it's got the
what size?
42 mil.
It's also got the 8694 movement, which is, it's an old school movement, but it's still being made today, and it's bulletproof. They've made that movement for 100 years. Some of the 8694-1 is still one of the most accurate movements out there, especially. It may not be the longest lasting one, but you might have to wind it every 2 days. But you could do some looking down and find these just cheap as chips.
How much are they?
I think they started out at originally like $1,000, but hell, I mean seriously, go to the flea bay. Go to flea bay.
Wow, I love the black.
I actually like the style of this here. It's very retro, isn't it? I love the Arabics as well. The numerals are beautiful.
That's only because Patel's throws you so much. Oh wait, I see what you're saying. Yes, sorry.
Yes, right.
Now this isn't what you'd call Bauhaus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I love the black hands, man. I've seen a number of watches recently that had black hands, and I've just discovered a new thing about watches that I really, really like, and that's black hands.
Bear Clooney watches. That watch is for a very fat schoolboy who plays oboe. What's wrong with oboe? I like oboe.
And 42 is not too big.
No,
this one's gonna look and wear big because 42 with the large
42.
dial,
It'd be better if it was 40, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
it would, because like a Submariner,
very long.
or even my 44 millimeter James Cameron, the dial and the crystal are the same size as my Submariner.
Oh.
They just enlarged the case and the bezel. And so on this type of watch where the bezel is very thin, the dial is much larger and the watch appears a lot bigger on your wrist.
Very interesting.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Well, I think that's one of the former president's daughters playing an oboe. Extremely, extremely accurate.
My nephew plays the oboe.
Yep.
Very, very well.
It's a hard instrument to play.
It is. It absolutely is.
Yeah. Reed instruments generally are.
Yep. Super chip. Now, okay, Archie. Now, also look up Roger Smith. You know who Roger Smith is, right?
Roger Smith, the legendary watchmaker. Legendary. Legendary.
Go to
Absolutely.
Go to Roger Smith.
Let me just
Watches.
grab the super chat. Where's the super chat? I'm trying to find it.
No,
Pavel, $5. Mikey, best watch to. We did that one.
No, no super chat, mate.
No, I think he's telling the folks, the punters, to super chat.
Oh, okay. The Undertaker's on. Hey, Undertaker, what's going on? Oh, he got a Cartier.
Cartier.
Cool, lad.
That looks beautiful. That looks absolutely beautiful, that watch.
Looks mint, that, mate.
Elvis Shot and Oboe, Bear Clooney watches. Fuck, that looks gorgeous. Is that the medium size or the large? That's the large, isn't it?
That's the large. It's got the date.
That suits you. Did you just go to your bank safe and swap them over?
Certainly did.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got a black tie event on the weekend, so I thought I'd just wear this one.
You wouldn't wear the sub, the gold sub?
No, I like to change it around a bit.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is Collins Street. You're in Collins Street?
Certainly am, Arch.
Fuck,
Certainly am.
I love... Tell me this. Why Collins Street is so beautiful, but it's so expensive?
It's got to hurt, Arch. It's got to hurt.
Gotta hurt. It's gotta hurt. To have an apartment in Collins Street, I reckon that'd be a cool place to live. What do you reckon?
It would be, but once again, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of nice hotels. This is where they've got in Melbourne. This is where the Rolex service center is. There's Vacheron Boutique is on Collins Street. Shawnee, my good friend Shawnee. Oh, I'm homesick. I'd love to be in Melbourne with you at the moment.
Yeah, Arch. I'd like for you to be here too.
It's beautiful. Look at this.
Coffee and lunch and nice cafes.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Look at this. This is.
What's yours?
They've got trams. Look at these trams here. Shit.
No. She was a real woman.
Go to the chopper. Oh.
Yeah, she was beautiful.
It's a lovely day in Melbourne. Like, it's not too cold. It's just perfect weather.
Arch, it's perfect. It is perfect to walk around Melbourne. It's magnificent.
That's looking amazing.
I'm going to come up to some watch stores now.
Yeah. Oh, you're coming. I know where you are. That's so cool.
Yeah, you know exactly where I am.
This is one of my favorite streets. Oh, shit. You're at the other end of Collins Street. Wow. This is the Panerai Boutique. Cool. Look at this. The Mike Horn. There we go. Look at that. The Mike Horn submersible.
Horn.
Look at that.
Horn.
Wow. Look at this here. Submersibles. Yep. Beautiful. Ooh, look at the gold one. Beautiful.
That almost looks like a Lyric strap.
Yes. Wow, look at that's my type of. Look at that. That's the Luminor. Look at that. Look at that. Just classic. See, that's what I think. That's the best one so far. There. What do you reckon, Undertaker?
Just the classic ones. I would go for.
Yeah, just classic. Oh, I love the blue. Look at the blue on that.
Radio
That's
mirror.
nice. Radio mirror. Look at vintage. It's more vintage. That's actually quite beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you get one of those, Undertaker?
No, I don't. I was tried one on the other day, Arch, and I thought,
Yeah.
And it was just a classic one, but it had the crown guard on it because I thought that's Panerai with the crown guard, yeah. And
Yeah.
I thought, nah, I didn't go for it. Didn't pull the trigger. They were giving 15% off only.
Yeah, it's hard to get anything off these days. They're really.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is IWC. Look at this. What do we got here? Pilots. Yeah.
Yep.
So you can't buy any of this stuff and hope to retain value, can you really, hey?
No. Even with the Panerai, I think it's just sort of like, you know, if you need to, you buy watches because you want to wear them, but if you want to then get out of them, it's just so hard with these brands. Rolex
Yeah.
is safe.
It comes with a free prostate exam.
Isn't it beautiful? Like, guys, don't you see? This is Melbourne. This is Melbourne. So beautiful. It's got a crisp air.
Where is the sucker horn? The thing is,
Yeah, he's from Melbourne. He's from Melbourne.
Since he quit smoking, he could be anywhere now.
Oh, look at the girl on the left.
Omega. They got some Omega. This is hard. Yeah. Interesting. That's nice. Look at this. Very nice. Oh, Moonwatch 3861 there. Beautiful. Look at this. It's a nice display, don't you think? Undertaker.
Yeah, they do a good job. This is Hardy Brothers.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's okay.
They're a bit pretentious, Hardy Brothers. R.M. Williams.
Did you get your
Hello, ladies.
No, unfortunately, the burglary happened and kind of put a kibosh on
okay.
stuff like that. I had to.
Okay. Yeah.
It's Henry Bucks. That's an expensive menswear store, Henry Bucks.
Oh, yeah. Archie, I went in there for a fitting.
Yeah.
My God. The quality of service is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Really
expensive. Did you get a suit there? Did you get a suit there?
Yeah, I got measured up. It is expensive.
How much was it?
Just under $3,000.
Like they did a tailored suit for you, or it was an off the shelf one, altered a bit.
No, it was off the shelf, but the trousers always need to be altered because they're unhemmed anyway, and I had to shorten the sleeves just a little bit. So.
Okay.
But the quality of service is just impeccable, they offer you a scotch and everything, and I said, I know why you offer the scotch, it's just to numb the pain.
Yes. How many suits did you get? Just one suit?
Oh yeah, just the one suit.
Did you get 2 pairs of pants, I hope?
No, I just got the one for now.
Okay, because it's always good to have 2 pairs of pants when you get a suit.
Yeah, I know. It always goes. This is a very formal suit, so I'm not going to be wearing it a lot, but just you feel like $1 million when you get fitted up like that. But yeah, you're right. Henry Bucks is premium.
Yes. And this is Melbourne here. We're coming along to there's the Tag Heuer's coming up, isn't it? Oh, this is the Block Arcade.
Yeah.
Iris there. Iris is okay, isn't it? They've been punching a bit above their weight. That's where I think Iris has gone a bit silly.
I went to my local watchmaker, and he had Iris's on his desk, and he said, "Have a look at these pieces of shit." And I go, "What's wrong with them?" He goes, "They got plastic inside them. Look."
Oh,
they got
is that
plastic.
right?
Yeah, the part of the housing inside the Orises have got plastic in them. I thought, shit. He goes, oh no. He goes, they're just terrible. I went, oh, okay. I didn't think they were that bad.
Yeah. Oh. So they actually use plastic in the movement, like the spacer and shit like that, you mean?
No, spaces, correct.
I don't... Cartier used to do that too, but,
Yeah, well, it's not what you expect when you're paying thousands of dollars. Is it? I don't know. Maybe I've just been too hard.
Yeah. No, he's right. I understand. Tag Heuer. They got a nice boutique in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So you just got the day off. You're just wandering around Melbourne today.
I certainly am. Yeah, I just wanted to swap out my watches, and I thought I'd come and have a, come and have a walk. And it's a beautiful day, actually.
Oh, look at Tudor's across the road there. Tudor.
Is that better?
Look at that. Wow. Yeah, that works beautifully. Oh, I know exactly where you are. I would join you for lunch, actually. Oh, you got a Leica store there too. Wow.
Got Leica. You like Leica?
Yeah, your Leica's expensive.
Well, what do you think they're in Collins Street for?
Yes. Yes. No, no, no. It's very nice equipment. Nice lenses.
Got Longines.
Yeah. Yeah. Longines. Bear's a big Longines fan. It doesn't do much for me.
Nah.
You know. Oh, and here's Rolex and AP. AP. Wow, look at that. AP. Patek. Wow, there's a ladies 24. Beautiful. Look at this. And got Rolex. Look at this. Rolex. Oh, Datejust two-tone diamond. Oyster Perpetual. And a Wimbledon. Fuck, Wimbledon. Yachtmaster two-tone rose gold. Oh, and a solid gold on an Oyster Flex. Beautiful. And we got some Hublot there. Very fascinating. Fascinating stuff they've got.
I'll go to watches of Switzerland and see what they've got in the window. But I've got to be discreet because I don't want them to get upset with me.
Yeah, you got to be discreet. No worries. That's okay. It's like we're there in Melbourne now with you. Look at this. Amazing. This is live from Melbourne, Collins Street. This is the premium street. It's an autumn's day, isn't it? It's autumn today. Autumn in Melbourne.
Yep.
And here's tuna. Look at that. Shooters. Some black bays. Yeah, I think that's where Tudor does well, is their black bays. Their black bays are really nice there. And oh well, more black bays. Look at that. It's it's Cartier and Rolex. What do they got in Rolex? They got an Explorer, a Sub, and a Ladies. Look at that. Super chat. Bondage and discipline $5. What would real men from decades ago say about luxury watch resale value, and that a good watch brand would have nothing to sell in its windows ever?
I think they call it a sign of the apocalypse.
Yes. Yes. I think real men from decades ago would be shocked. They would just be shaking their head from side to side and say, what the fuck happened?
I think anybody saw it all coming, you know.
But back in the day of the yesteryear, they would have only had one watch, you know.
Yep.
Yes.
And it would have been a watch that suited their actual needs. Like, well, I kind of would like to know the date. I'll get a Sky Dweller.
I'll try and go up to Monarch if you like.
Sure. Look at this lovely day in Melbourne here. Is that Parliament there, or what's that building there? Sorry.
That one there, that's the one right in front of us.
That's the theater, cinema, the theater, isn't it?
It is the theatre, yes.
Theater, sorry, it's the theater.
It's one of the theatres in Melbourne. There's lots of theatres. We'll go to another one soon. I'll show you another one.
Look, isn't it beautiful? Melbourne is just such a beautiful day. Is it cold?
No, it's just beautiful. It's just right.
This is the Western. We're going up to the Western. This is...
Yeah. This is perfect weather for you, Arch. I know you like walking. This would be
yes.
Archie, just putting it out there, this doesn't count as you walking.
Okay. It's just so lovely. Melbourne is so lovely.
Actually, go to the theater and say that you have the international marketing rights for Archie Luxury, the movie.
I think it's more of a live theater.
Oh.
Like orchestras and that.
This is Dior.
Dior. Wow. Okay.
This is the Westin in Melbourne.
That's one of the premium hotels. That's a nice hotel. Do you ever stay, Undertaker? Do you ever stay in the city over a weekend or stay there?
Sometimes I have for a little bit, special occasions and stuff, or if there's an event or something like that.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't see the point. You know what I mean? Like, I don't live that far away from the city. You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm coming from miles and miles to get there.
Yeah.
I'm coming up to Omega.
Oh wow! Look at this. This is the Omega boutique.
See you, Sir Danny. Catch you later,
Danny.
geezer.
See you later. You get some sleep, Sirty Danny. It's getting a bit late. Wow! Look at that.
Danny, we love you,
Beautiful.
man.
That's that aqua terrace there. Look at that. That's blue's lovely. That bluey green. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful.
That is nice, actually. They're all ladies' watches, these ones. Yeah. This is Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc.
Oh, Mont Blanc. Yes. I've never really been into their watches. Have you?
Into where?
I don't like their watches much. Their pens are beautiful.
No. Arch, look, I've tried them on. I've looked at them, and I thought, no way. No.
Oh, no.
And they're not like they're giving them away. They're not cheap.
No, they're not. And they don't retain value. You know, you don't.
Yeah. I mean, even forgetting retaining value, I mean, even when you touch them, look at them, hold them, they don't make you feel special.
No. Like that Cartier, criticize Cartier all you like, but it feels cool, don't you think?
Oh, I like Cartier, yeah. That's just a classic and clean dial. Can't go wrong.
It's beautiful. Look at this. Melbourne is so beautiful. Beautiful shops in Collins Street, Melbourne.
See these shoes, Arch?
Yes.
They alone cost probably about $2,000 or $3,000.
Yes, they're beautiful.
They make my suit look cheap.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You got to put things into perspective.
Yeah. Fair point.
This is Dolce & Gabbana there.
Got you. Oh, that's Cartier across the street. Is that Cartier across the road?
Soon. Not yet.
Oh, sorry. Yep, not yet. Sorry.
Yeah, not yet. Don't jump the gun. All right, so we're going up now. Let's have a look at some Versace. Would you like to have a look at some Versace?
Versace. Yes. Lovely stores here.
So this is Luxury Street.
Yeah.
This is Luxury Street.
You just need a credit card with no limit, don't you?
You certainly do. No limit. And lots of time to be paying for it.
100% right. Yes.
Not that I.
Oh, there's Louis Vuitton. That's their big store there. Look at that. Beautiful. Melbourne's so beautiful. I must admit. It's one thing I love. Melbourne is gorgeous.
We've got Louis Vuitton in front of us.
Yes, sir.
LV. We've got the Grand Hyatt there. They've got a beautiful cigar shop in there.
Yes.
Just that way there. Yeah. They've got an excellent cigar shop.
Do you enjoy a good cigar?
Yeah, but it has to be not often, and it has to be when I've had a good meal a really good meal. So I've got a full tummy and I'm in the mood and a nice drink. Yes, just relax.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, not in a rush or not just for fun. You have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Look at this. Beautiful. The thing I like about Melbourne is everyone, you know, because it's colder, everyone dresses, they seem to dress up more than Brisbane, you know?
Yeah. Look, you know, I I was having a look at, you know, what I do for a living, you know, funeral director. I was looking at some videos of someone who's passed away. You can see their kids' videos that it was in the early 1950s.
Yes.
And they had like a picture there of a family. They were dressed to the nines and they had written on there, going to the zoo.
Yes.
You know what I mean? People used to dress up to go out. When they left the home, they used to dress very nicely. And
yes, things have
so must
changed.
been
Oh, here's
well
Frank
to do.
Muller.
Yep. It must have been well to do because they had a car back then, and they had a camera. So
what sort of car did they have?
Oh, I can't remember. Some sort of Ford.
Yeah, car was very expensive.
Oh yeah, and they had a camera. So imagine having a camera back then.
Yeah, that was a lot of money. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So it's just interesting when you see all these things. You know, you think, wow, you know. So.
And here we're coming up. Oh, there's some great stores here. Bali. I love Bali. Amazing, expensive shoes. You're coming up to European Watch Gallery soon, aren't you?
Certainly am. Do you want me to go in there and say hello? Do you reckon Shani will let me in?
Hey, you never know your luck. Oh, just have a look out the outside. That's okay.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
You know, he's cool. Shani's cool.
Shani's a beautiful man. He's a good guy.
He is. Oh, there's
Good
blank
guy.
pain. Wow, look at that.
Big.
Beautiful stuff, guys. Monards. That's Monards here. This is Monards.
So this is the Undertaker on the streets for the ARCHIELUXURY.
Hey, thank you so much, Undertaker. This has been a great, fantastic walk around.
Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground.
Yeah,
mate.
Ross, Rachel, thanks for coming on too, Ross. We love you too, man. If your phone's dying, you just jump off. That's fine, man. We're ending soon anyhow. Thank you so much for coming on, guys. This has been a really great show today. It's been fun. We've had fun. That's the important thing, is to have fun. Fun is what we like. We like fun.
We're coming up to Shani now.
No, there you go. Left. God damn it. Turn left.
Here we go. He's coming up. This is Shani. This is my good friend. European Watch Gallery. Here we go. European Watch Gallery. Here we go. European Watch Gallery in Melbourne. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful store. Da-da-da-da.
It is good.
Nice selection. That's a great store. What a wonderful shop. Hey, go down there, pick something up for yourself. What a great store.
Yeah, he's got a good setup, but it's very good.
Undertaker, we've got to end the shows now, but I want to say thank you for coming on and showing us Melbourne. It's beautiful. And across the road is Cartier and Vacheron.
Should we go through Cartier before you go?
Yeah, sure. Let's have a quick look.
Go on, let's have a look at the Cartier. I'll try not to get run over. Cartier.
Yeah, try not to get run over. And that's Rolex there. Rolex.
Another Rolex one. Still no sign of my raffle Arch.
Shit, you're supposed to have it by now, weren't you?
Yep, supposed to have it months ago.
Yeah, well.
Big.
Shega Lukutra. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at beautiful reversos. Wow, look at that. That's for you, Timely. Have a look at that, Timely.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Love it. I've got to try and be discreet and go to Vacheron. Shut up.
Beautiful. Look at Vacheron. Oh, 1921. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful.
That looks good.
So nice.
Absolutely beautiful.
Oh.
Expensive.
Oh.
Absolutely. Wow. I got to say thank you so much. Oh, there we go. Tank Francois and your Santos as well. Look at that. Beautiful. Hey, man. Thank you so much for showing us. Look at that. What a great tour of Melbourne, guys. This is with the Undertaker. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you, Mark Goldberg, for coming on. Thank you, Rancher. Thank you, Hunting Cat. Thank you, Ross, Rachel. Thank you, Jin. Thank you, Tan. Thank you for coming on and having a great day with us. So thank you so much, guys. We'll be back. I'll be back again in 9 hours time streaming, and also tomorrow. Guys, thank you so much. This is the Archie Luxury program. Upvote before you go. We're going to be hitching up to watch Nicholas now.
Oh.
And I'll see you.
Actually, go to Roger W. Smith real quick.
Roger W. Smith.
Yep. You're familiar with this watches, right?
Yeah.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
What do you want us to pull up there? Tell me what you want me to pull up there, Clive.
Series 2.
Okie dokie. I'm just trying to find it. Just hang on. Series 2. Yep. What else?
Okay. Pull up Series 2 on the screen.
Okie dokie. I'll just bring it up now. There we go. It's on the screen now.
Now let me switch my avatar.
It looks similar.
Very, 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 very similar.
Very, very good indeed there.
Actually, even the same sort of guillotine. The dial's almost identical. That's why I can't understand.
Yes.
And also they did a series with a different that had the power reserve indicator at 10 o'clock, like the Roger W. Smith.
Okay, guys, I got to shoot off now. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for showing us that, Clivers. We'll be back. Let's bring this up tomorrow, Clivers. We can go into more detail on it. And thank you so much for tuning in. See you tomorrow, guys.
Take it easy, Arch. See you, man.